Swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Create the perfect backyard this summer with Tools Ace Hardware. Tools Ace has the best brands in outdoor cooking like Big Green Egg, Weber, Napoleon, Uni, Gosney, Halo, and more. Plus, Hollywood outdoor furniture made from extremely durable recycled plastic that will last for years and will not fade. Tools Ace has select Adirondack chairs, rocking chairs, and seating and dining sets in stock and can special order any item quickly. Get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or patio furniture purchase $3.99 and up. Tools Ace has 12 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
The Home Depot and Behr have what you need when you need it, delivered straight to your job site and at an everyday low price. We're now delivering top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers directly to you same day or next day. Plus, pros earn discounts with Pro Extra Paint rewards. Contact a Behr Pro Paint Specialist to schedule your paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limitations may apply. Not available in all markets. See store for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios.
Why Kaufman and Lind?
Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, July 24th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from the God tier Barbie take to get ready to regrow your missing teeth and Twitter turns into X for some reason. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane. Nope, he's out. Josh is here. Hello, Josh.
Hey, how are you?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie.
Kiss, kiss.
Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
No idea. No idea.
You don't know how you're doing? Just think about it. Think about how you're feeling in this moment.
Hot in it. Woo.
That's how you're feeling?
Yep.
All right, well, we figured that out.
I've been up since 5 a.m., you guys.
What's happening to you?
I hosted the World Cup watch party this morning.
Yeah, the times are inconvenient.
Started at 6:30 a.m.
And there's still people that go watch those games.
Yes, and it was hype. I got to tell you, it was like I was very surprised by how many people actually did show up.
Yeah.
So I loved it, and now I just don't know what day it is. Like my body is
that'll throw you off.
Used to what time.
Yeah,
and
and you were all over the news this morning.
Oh, yes.
They were out there.
I mean, I'm hoping Amy K.
Is she in town? Because I never know.
She's not in town.
I have no idea. She always, Amy K, like I'll look at her Instagram and she'll be in Alaska, and I'll be like, she's not going to join us on Monday.
That might be it. So,
and then on Monday she'll be there. I don't know what's happening with her, though.
I try to fit myself into the background of every live shot of Good Day Orlando this morning.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was in it, but I'll text her right now and see if she's in.
Well, if you saw Sabrina on TV this morning, let us know and tell us how that went. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. Lots to talk about. Josh somehow escaped boat jail and got from his cruise back into the studio here
It's
for us.
fine.
Yeah, everything's
You
okay.
seriously almost got arrested on a cruise? What are you, 20?
I like to party.
Happy belated birthday, Pinkman.
He's finally 30 years old. Thank God.
My God.
I
You
know.
just turned 30?
I know.
Can you believe it?
I
I
know.
look 80.
Hey, I felt the same exact way about it, but finally he's into his 30s, and here we are today. You can wish him happy birthday if you'd like with the dispatch. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours, and we go to the world of sports.
Yeah,
friends.
baby.
We are so
Sports.
familiar with sports.
So
we
love
know
them.
We play them. We talk about them. Sports, everybody. In this case, it was a big soccer/football match. Real Madrid versus AC Milan. Oh, man. Those are some good teams right there.
Big time.
Yeah, cousin of AC Slater.
The Soccer Champions Tour. And you had these two guys commentating. They're talking about what's going on. And it got a little scary here for a moment. Let's see what happened.
Jude Bellingham will operate. Is it as a box-to-box midfielder? Is it behind the striker? Is it the starts? Yes. When he's not here, parallel to Benzema.
Now, this guy that you're hearing is a guy named Shaka Hislop, I think is how you say his name.
That's a cool rap name.
And he is a former
Shaka Hislop.
goalkeeper in the Premier League, and he's an ESPN analyst, and he's talking to the other guy.
There is a
They're
certain
showing the
player
crowd.
at the moment who is currently playing for PSG, who kind of suits that role, doesn't he? Obviously,
So far, so
much
good.
speculation about Kylian Mbappe, about whether or not he's going to Real Madrid this summer.
All right, now, for those of you watching, keep your eyes on this gentleman right here, and everybody else will tell you what's going on. The big, tall goalkeeper, he gets a little wobbly.
He's been left behind. He's on the north
Here he goes.
step
Whoa,
from
whoa,
PSG. He's
whoa.
not come on the tour of Japan.
Whoa.
Oh,
no.
Shaq.
Oh, no. And the camera still stays
Yeah. He said we need some help.
on? Do we not have another angle?
That's
Commercial
all
break?
I've seen of this.
What happened?
But he just fell over. He said he's okay now, but he collapsed live.
God,
I mean, it's hot.
It always seems like those are the pass outs on live TV. That they look like they're okay, but you could see it in their eyes that they're
Yes.
about to go and then face forward. It's never like a, oh.
No, like in the movies, it doesn't happen that way. It's
Their
like
eyes aren't
it's like
closed.
a wobble, and the other person kind of thinks like, "Oh, you're wobbling around over there."
You're crazy.
As they say.
Yeah, until they fall over, and they're like, "Oh my God, this guy, his partner on air took it very seriously."
From PSG, he's not come on the tour of Japan. What have you missed? What do you see?
Oh, yeah.
Shaq.
Immediately calling for help.
Look, listen help.
He is doing okay, but man, scary moment there on live television
Drink
as he
some
fell
water,
over.
y'all.
It's hot enough to make you collapse out there. It's hot enough to make you fall down like that. I saw all these people outside, like playing sports and stuff this weekend. You know, playing volleyball in the park and stuff, and
just sport people.
Yeah, they're sporting it up out there, Josh. And I'm going, what the hell are you doing? You had the right idea. You went on a cruise ship and just drank your way into oblivion for your 30th birthday.
You can't get heat exhaustion from drinking alcohol in the sun all
Thank
day.
you.
It's a known loophole, right?
Yes.
Everybody knows about this. All right, real quick, I want to let you know we do have a new design drop that is live right now.
Yeah, baby.
Come check it out. Go to getskywall.com. You can see it here in front of me, and it is the last minute message shirt. It comes in blue and red, and, the message on it you'll have to see for yourself. Go over to getskywall.com. I love these. It looks great. They're selling very well so far. If you want to support the show, go over there to getskywall.com. With it, you get a magnet. So if you're new to the show and you haven't gotten a magnet yet to play a game of magnets, that Ant Farm magnet comes with it.
Oh.
It's an Ant Farm magnet. I love this one. It's
fun.
The Ant Farm magnet comes with it, and a This Week in Florida sticker.
This is the first time I'm saying it. I
That's all up for you. Go over
Charlie,
there.
let's just do ants.
I
don't know.
I said, take the logo, make it into an Ant Farm.
Yeah, it's so funny that, I don't know, tomatoes throwing people still not in the mix.
Well, maybe next time. For this time, check out the last minute message shirt. It's up there on getskywall.com. Get it while you can. Go over there now. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on a laptop. You can do it on any kind of connected device. Just get your shirt right now. Getskywall.com. All right, anybody see Barbie or Oppenheimer this weekend?
Barbie.
You went and saw it?
Yes.
When'd you go see it?
I saw it Saturday.
Saturday night, right? Or Saturday day?
Saturday around
day.
12.
How busy was it for the Barbie movie?
It was like, as far as the theater, we got right in. I had I had fandangoed it the day before.
Right.
But I will say, upon waking up an hour before the movie started, I'm like, oh God, maybe I can give myself some more time instead of running around like a
Was
chicken
it
with
packed in there, though? Is it a full theater?
No, I mean,
Because they had
remember,
so many theaters.
Winter Park is a lot more spread out, though.
Right.
Like, it's just bigger seats and you don't see the people behind you. But it was good, very smooth. Could not exchange my tickets for a later time. Like, it was
really?
very clear that all of them were sold out except for the front row.
And it was playing, like, at most places,
Yeah.
like, every 30 minutes this damn thing was playing.
And let me tell you what. It's the first time I've been to the movies since 2019,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It was incredible.
You liked it?
I loved Barbie movie. I had no idea what to expect, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
My good God.
I heard from people that it was funnier than they thought it actually would be.
Same. And I thought maybe it was going to be, I don't know, a different kind of storyline to it, but I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait. I want to go again before
And I
it's out.
haven't seen one review from either an actual person or like some movie reviewer that said anything other than praise for Margot Robbie and what's his name, who played Ryan Gosling's roles and how they went at those characters.
That and Michael Cera's character.
He
I
looks
was
so
dead.
funny in the promo photos that I
Kate
saw.
McKinnon killed it, man. Like, Will Ferrell did an incredible job.
I didn't even know he was in it.
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, until I saw like some other stuff about this because I wanted to know what was going on.
I highly recommend it. I am very curious, Sean, how your take's going to be on it.
Well, I'll get to that in a second here.
Oh, you saw it?
No, I didn't see it, but I know enough about it that I think I can weigh in on what people are saying about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll tell you what I think goes on, and you tell me where I'm wrong, okay? But Barbie, #1 in the box office this weekend, $155 million, which beats all expectations. It was playing in 4,243 theaters, which is the biggest opening of the year so far. The first weekend record for a film directed by a woman. Also, it was a successful weekend for Oppenheimer, which Josh said he's going to see. Are you seeing that today? Or are you seeing
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow you're going to see this. Universal's Oppenheimer got $80 million. That's two films with a huge take. Like $80 million would have won on almost any other weekend.
What else was out this weekend? That
Mission
got
Impossible.
$20.
Mission Impossible fell down. Mission Impossible actually got fourth behind that that little movie the one about the child abduction stuff. Damn it, what's it called?
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom
Brother.
got third place with another $20 million take, which is pretty impressive for that. But that's just a lot of movie overall. I mean, when you look at 1, 2, 3, 155 million, 80 million, and $20 million for the top 3 movies, people headed back to the theaters this weekend. They did, just like Sabrina did. And along with it, you have all the kind of grifters that come out. You see a bunch of them. One of them that was mocked everywhere, and I think it deserved all the mockery it got, was Ben Shapiro, who posted himself in a photo of himself in front of the sign in the theater. And he's like, my producers dragged me to the Barbie movie, and I'm going to take this thing down.
So you're not in charge of your show, bro?
He couldn't make it like, hey, I went to see the Barbie movie, or I paid for a ticket to see this is the equivalent of buying Bud Light to shoot it up, right? On video. He bought the ticket to the Barbie movie.
And he went on for like 45 minutes about this movie.
It's a 40-something minute video, yes. Where he trashed this thing. And an adult man, by the way, doing this. And when I saw this, here's my take on all this Barbie stuff, all right? Here's where I think most people are going to land and where I think the right take is on all of this. First of all, Ben Shapiro, there is no circumstance whatsoever where he comes out of that movie and he's like, you know what? It was a real hoot. I totally enjoyed the Barbie.
I've changed my ways. Liberals.
He knows what he's going to say before he even watches the movie, right? So, as far as I know, and again, since you saw it, correct me on this, Sabrina. Here's basically what this is about, and this is why this is important. It's about the world of all the Barbies, and all the Barbies they're all Barbie, and they do all the various jobs, and then all the Kens are there too. But the Kens, the only thing they can say for their job is they say beach. They're like, what do you do for a living? And they say beach. And the Kens just go to the beach, right? They don't really have a job. And that's the dynamic that exists in Barbie world. And the Kens live off of attention from Barbie because Barbie's the star of Barbie world, obviously. And then they end up, and I didn't know this was the case. This isn't really a spoiler, I don't think. But they end up going into the human world, right? And then when Ken gets into the human world, he's like, the guys have all the power here? What is going on? We're in charge. We're like the head of the businesses. What's happening here? And then they go on from that premise to the rest of the movie. And, they probably try to make some social points along the way. Basically, is that an overview of how it works?
There are some, I would see some social points on the way, but I will say that a lot of it was just very, slapstick is a harsher word, but it was a lot more tongue-in-cheek than I thought. And then, the set of itself was great, and the jokes that they made were very, very funny.
They made fun of themselves. That's what they did. Yeah. They were purposely making fun of themselves.
And it was a big, double middle finger to the idea of Barbie.
Yeah, Mattel,
and where
the
it
corporation.
All came from, and Mattel, giving the green light for it. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, and by the way, if you don't know the story of this, because I was reading up on this a little bit last night, because these are the weird things that I do, and Barbie was invented by this woman who basically she had the idea that all these young girls, they're playing with babies, and she's like, wouldn't young girls want to play with an adult version of a doll?
And their opening scene was incredible.
They make fun of that.
It was a complete reimagining of Space Odyssey opening.
Yes, yeah.
It was awesome.
And they mentioned that in a couple of the things I saw. So this woman comes up with this idea, and then maybe young girls who want to play with adult dolls. And she goes to Germany at some point and sees exactly what she's talking about. Somebody else has already made one. That led to a lawsuit eventually, and they bought up the rights to the thing they kind of ripped off. But then they created this adult doll, and her husband worked at Mattel at the time. And she goes into Mattel headquarters, and she goes, I got an idea, guys. The room of all the dudes who work at Mattel. And she goes, I think young girls are dying for something new. They don't want to play with babies anymore. We're forcing them to play with babies. It's the only option. They want to play with an adult doll. And all the guys go, that is a stupid idea. This is not going to work. We're not going to do it. Eventually, they release this, and they release it for adult women, as if adult women were going to play for this. And all the young girls bought it up, and it became a hugely successful thing. There we go. We end up with Barbie. Now, when the movie is out, and you see grown-ass men going to the movie and then coming back and saying, well, this was an anti-man movie, this was this, all the different stupid criticisms that I see. Now, this is where I'm coming from. Not every movie is for you. It's intended to be that way. Not every movie is for you. Can you imagine if there was, think of any other movie, and any other kind of action movie or something that's just like directly targeted at men. Think about Gran Turismo that's going to come out soon. Could you imagine if some woman with a YouTube channel went in there and was like, this movie didn't say anything about feminism. This was a bunch of macho guys racing their race cars, and how dare they do this? They're not going to do that because they know the movie is not for them. Not everything is for you. Now we live in this day and age where a bunch of losers go out to the movie theater or listen to music or whatever, and they think that everything should be perfectly curtailed to their worldview. Like you need everything you believe reflected back to you from the screen or from your speakers or from whatever. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
This movie is for girls, for God's sake. That's what the movie is for.
I think it could be for everybody, honestly.
But it's targeting women. It's a Barbie movie. It's actually probably targeting women from teenagers to probably women in their 30s and 40s. That's what they're going for.
What I did love about it, though, is their jokes, the adult jokes. And I think there's a lot of rumors going around. It's like, it's all trans stuff. And it's an adult movie. All the jokes I noticed, only people that are aware of the innuendos would be aware of the jokes that they're making.
Yeah, that's like they put them in there for adults and the kids, it goes over their head.
And it goes right over their head, which I like. I finally am looking at a parent-kid movie that both of them can have a good time doing.
Right.
The last time I saw that, I think, was like Secret Life of Pets, and that barely had anything going on. But I loved it. I really think that you will like it. I know Courtney's gonna.
She wants to watch. It was
so fun.
I'm not dying to go see the Barbie movie because again, I don't think this is a movie that is made for me. But
you'll laugh out loud.
But I'll probably get it. She'll watch it, and I'll watch it with her. We'll watch it together. I'm sure. I'm not so soft that if I watch a movie, I'm like, oh God.
I'm gonna
recover.
get right on Twitter.
I can't recover from the Barbie movie.
My manhood.
You see people ranting on Facebook and social media platforms this weekend. It's like, do you go into a bar, or do you go into a Tyler Perry movie and come out and complain about white representation? Like, the movie's not for you. There's movies that are targeting different demographics, and then when they target those demographics, you can see in the box office if they did it successfully. $155 million seems to me to be a hell of a win.
Doesn't scream just women going, though.
No, but I didn't look at the demographics of the ticket sales, but I'm going to take a guess and say it was heavily skewed to female viewers, which is what they're going for. Not every song is for you. Not every movie is for you. Get the stuff that you like and enjoy it, and the other stuff, stop complaining like a little baby. Some of the people on the right who are doing this today, you complained for years and years and years that everybody on the left was whining about a bunch of dumb stuff, and they were soft and they were weak and all this stuff. And now you're doing the same thing. You're buying a ticket to the Barbie movie to complain about it online. You're an adult man. My God, it's so pathetic. It's really dumb. But, here we are, 2013. Go over to the website, right? I'm forcing you now. I'm strong-arming you to go to getskywall.com. Get your last-minute message shirt.
For boys and girls.
Appreciate
non-gender conforming.
Appreciate everybody who has purchased one so far. Thank you for that. And it's a great way to support the show, getskywall.com. All right, busy show today. Lots coming up when we come back. Josh went on a cruise this weekend. Somebody else did too. They were also the same exact age as Josh. And when I saw the story,
12?
I said, I hope Josh is coming in this morning because otherwise we're going to be in some trouble here. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking all lanes on I-4 eastbound near Conroy Road. Traffic is rerouted to the off-ramp to Conroy Road. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Heading westbound on I-4, you can expect delays between Sand Lake Road and before State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
When you see a roach, over there, you want it gone. Ew. Fast. STEM's Bug Killer Trigger is powered by active ingredients found in plants and kills roaches faster than Zevo's Bug Killer Trigger based on lab testing on the most common U.S. cockroach species. STEM. Rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Well, summer rolls on. It's hot out there. You know that. People are falling down, for God's sake. You got to make sure you're comfortable. You deserve to be comfortable, and you deserve a company like Mills Air. This is a company that's going to help you. They're not going to rip you off. They're not going to take advantage of you. They're going to explain what your situation is to you in words that you can understand, because their techs are the best out there. And that right there is why they've been in business since 1992 for over 30 years with happy customers at Mills Air. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a carrier factory authorized dealer. What does that mean? It means they can get you big rebates. So if you're going to get a new carrier unit, you want to go through Mills, because they're going to get you up to $1,275 in rebates. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Get your tickets now
at AXS.com
for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
T-Mobile
Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Experience more of the music you love with the record-setting 5G network. T-Mobile customers can unlock VIP benefits at the festival all weekend long. It's better over here. See why at T-Mobile.com/SEEWHY.
Attention business owners. Was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours. So let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now, 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. When a restaurant closes, my reaction is, that sucks. They had good steak. When regional banks close, or 3 of them close overnight, it freaks me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. It's part of my personal protection plan. Call my friends at Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-404-GOLD. 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at AUTIO.com.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Applebee's daily deals for $9.99 and under. There's a deal every day for everyone. Just $9.99 and under. That's all day, every day. Get into your local Applebee's now. Daily deals are dine-in only in limited locations listed on nrpneighborhood.com. Limited time only while supplies last. Participation varies.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Unbelievable. You know, I watched Cocomelon during the break, and it didn't perfectly reflect my worldview. So I'm very irritated about this incoming 46-minute video.
I'm now imagining you as a 42-year-old man watching Cocomelon.
Yeah, and I watched it, and then it didn't
chugging White Claws.
There was things that I didn't agree with in it, and so I am just incensed about this.
Now I got my numbers.
I can't stand for this whole thing. All right, we're going to go to you and your dispatches momentarily here. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. A lot of people talking about, is this the Barbie movie success the sign of what we're going to see moving forward? And the answer is yes, 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 all the way around. They're going to at least try this, what they're going to try to do, and they've done this in the past, but any kind of nostalgia stuff will be ramped up, and people love this stuff.
They've been doing that too. And it's so weird, and I'm seeing more now than ever, is the styles of the 80s and the 90s coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw some girl on TikTok say, I just got these vintage Roxy shorts.
Oh God, that's like your childhood music being called classic rock. You know, you're like, don't say that. Do not say that. I saw a car the other day, and
that's cool.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
It was a pretty big day. It was a pretty big day for me. I saw this car, and it was like one of the first cars I ever had. And when I went around the back of the car and I was looking, the license plate said antique. And I was like,
it didn't.
Yeah, because I think to be antique, I believe a car only has to be like 25 years old, or maybe a little longer than that. But it was like a car that I had when I was growing up, and it said antique, and I go, oh my God, this is painful right here. I don't want to see any of this.
I'll ignore it.
Karts on YouTube says, Barbie and Oppenheimer shows people will go to the movies. They're just exhausted by IP and franchise films. Just make good movies. I think that's exactly right. People want something that excites them, something that feels new, different, interesting, exciting. In fact, not only are people just ready to go be entertained and pay money to see a movie, but they go above and beyond. This shows you where the actual average person is. People don't just show up to these movies. People were showing up to both of these movies this weekend dressing up.
Oh my God.
Like the people in the movies.
There were so many.
There
were so many.
Like everybody's wearing pink for Barbie. People are dressing up like old school dudes for Oppenheimer. I don't know. That's a weird one
I'm going to smoke cigarettes in the theater.
You say, I'm just embracing the vibes here right now.
And then I was like, can I just get a crown and Sprite, please?
I think that it's like, not only are people excited to do this, they're really excited to do it. You just have to throw something interesting at them. Not the 11th Marvel movie or
watch your mouth.
This or that or whatever. Another damn Star Wars.
But it has to be done right. Because like you have, you could see that Hollywood's trying to just milk that nostalgia teat as much as possible. And you have these stories coming out, like the Hot Wheels movie is going to be gritty and adult, and I have no interest in it.
Did we need a dark Hot Wheels movie?
Yes.
As far as and there was another one too that's going to be
the
gritty.
dark night of Hot Wheels.
The Teletubbies, the true story. But when it came to the Barbie movie, it was like it dipped into the nostalgia pool, but it also was just like it was funny and imagined in a different way. As someone who like grew up playing with Barbies,
Right.
It was different to watch how it all went down.
They
and
put some actual effort into it.
What? That's crazy.
They actually said, let's
and
do
that
something.
set is insane.
Yeah, that movie did cost quite a bit to make, and just the idea that they were able to visually bring some of the stuff to life that they did was, I mean, every bit of an accomplishment, just like on the Oppenheimer side, where I think there was a fake story going around that said that Oppenheimer... in the movie, Christopher Nolan used an actual nuke or something.
It's because he said he did it without special effects.
Yeah, right. So they're like, oh, he really blew up a nuclear weapon in the movie.
Wasn't his last movie, or was it James Cameron, that they were like, we're not going to use CGI. Let's blow up an actual 747.
Yeah, and Tenet, because it was cheaper to blow up a decommissioned plane than it was to get CGI done.
Right. Yeah, and look, you got to salute that. It's kind of a bold move right there. But you just have to be creative. Give people something new, for God's sake. That's all they're looking for. Meanwhile, Josh, as I said, just got back from a cruise celebrating his 30th birthday, and he survived the cruise.
I did it.
He went on a fancy cruise line.
Which one?
MSC.
Whoa.
It's a nice one. They got,
sounds like an STD.
Was there a lot of kids on that cruise, or was it mostly like grown-ups?
Yeah, mostly grown-ups. A lot of bachelorette parties and whatnot.
You had the drink package?
Oh, boy,
Oh,
howdy.
nice.
Easy plus, baby. Don't worry about that.
he narrowly, we don't have to go too far into details, narrowly avoided Bojo.
There was a cruise many, many years ago in which me and my sisters were like, we got to sneak on some booze, right? They hit it. I thought, you're going to get caught in your luggage, so I'm just going to put it like a diaper.
Right.
And there I was waiting in a 2-hour line, just like...
You had a diaper on?
Not a diaper. It was a flask that I had just tucked in.
Oh, my God.
To where a diaper would go. And
Booze
immediately regretted it because their booze just got on
So
fine,
you're
and
like-
I had no need to do it.
You're duck walking? Like
Yeah.
you're doing the muster drills?
Very uncomfortable to sneak
And then
some
I go to
vodka.
drink the shot of Jameson. I'm like, was this worth it?
Yeah, but if you don't have that drink pass on a cruise and you go checkout time to see what you've rung up,
it adds up.
You paid for the cruise.
It's painful. From what I hear, it gets real expensive. But I saw at one point, Josh was at the back of this beautiful cruise ship, and I think the call of the void was drawing him in.
What had happened?
Wait, what would happen if I jumped off here?
No, you didn't.
When you stand out there and it's dark and you look at the water churning around in the back, it's
It's
a little
frightening.
interesting.
I'm sorry, did you contemplate something while you were on the cruise for your birthday?
I just thought maybe like if they find me after I fall off, that
They
would be
will
a
never
fun.
find
That
you.
would be good content.
It would be good content. Yeah, but it wasn't for this particular other 30-year-old who was on a Carnival cruise ship this weekend. And they said the 30-year-old man jumped off the Carnival cruise ship.
Deal.
His partner said, "Hey, what's going on?"
Gay.
You know, this I don't know if he's gay or not. It just says his companion.
Business partner.
Says the crew was notified by his traveling companion late Sunday afternoon about his missing status after he had not been seen all day. Sadly, after an exhaustive onboard search and review of security camera video, it was determined that he jumped. Because so much time had gone by, they were like, well, we're not turning back now. And they kept going. And they sent out some people to go try to find them.
Terrifying, man.
And,
Yeah.
obviously the chances of being found are not very good. That was the Carnival Elation on a 4-day trip to the Bahamas. And incredibly tough to hear for all the family and everybody involved, obviously. But that seems to happen a little more often than it used to. I keep hearing stories about this. And
It's
each
those
time,
intrusive thoughts.
It is.
Sometimes they win.
Look, I get the intrusive thoughts too. I don't know. I guess Sabrina doesn't get these, but
Well,
you never
I
been.
get intrusive thoughts all the time.
Well, but have you ever been like up high on a building and go, if I jumped off of this?
Yes. That, I mean, but not as much as when I am like going 70, 80 miles an hour on the highway, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what if I just turned my wheel?
Just
really
slam to the
fast
left
right?
as hard as I could. I do that all the time, and then it's like it's almost like there's an angel and devil arguing it out in your head, and then Angel Sean is like, "What are you talking about, you fool? Don't do this." And then
That's
I
how
guess,
angel talks, like medieval talk.
Yeah, yes.
How dare thee?
But they're still out there looking for this person. Hopefully they find him live, but that's a tough one because hitting the water from those heights is not good. And
You're better off though dying like that than just sitting in the water for hours.
Yeah.
Until you die.
Yeah, just kind of treading water. Not a good time. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's Monday.
Thinking about
some water.
It's my burp pass for Monday. Okay, let's go to you. We got some people who are chiming in about all sorts of things happening on the show and in the world. Here is the drunken mailman with a dispatch.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday, new start of the work week. Hey, what do you call a female pirate who sleeps with all the crew members?
Oh, God.
A yo-ho ho.
Oh, you just ruined my week.
There we go. It's Monday. You gotta get them started, and then
Right in the beginning of the week.
You drove that right into the wall.
This is Nick who says, talking about Josh on MSC, disappointed. I don't know what this person's
What did I
disappointed
do?
in.
Josh, I'm disappointed in you. Went on 5 MSC cruises last year.
Oh, are you
Never
on
got
a
thrown in
walkie-talkie?
jail. It's pretty wasted throughout the whole cruise.
Really hard to hear you, sir. You got to listen back to him.
See,
So
here's the thing, Nick. I'm a certified badass.
Mhm.
So people want to lock me up at every turn.
you're gonna break out if
Always.
it happens.
You cannot hold me down.
You can't keep this man locked in a
You're
cruise
crazy,
ship.
man.
It's not gonna happen.
That's what they say. They say I'm crazy, man.
When we come back, would you like to regrow your teeth?
Yes.
That's a thing. That's a thing that they're working
$1.
on. And wait until you hear how far along this whole process is. Also, Twitter's X now. It was a weekend, so we'll get into all of that plus more of your dispatches. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. The heat is on this afternoon. Forecast highs around 93 degrees through the Orlando metro. Mainly after 2 o'clock is when we'll be seeing a rise in shower and thunderstorm activity. You can expect the chance for heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 70s, and we'll do it all again on your Tuesday. Highs by the middle of the week do remain in the low 90s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, mark your calendars. Thursday, July 27th is Miracle Treat Day 2023. $1 or more of every Blizzard treat sold at participating DQ locations benefits your local children's hospital. Remember, July 27th, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The podcast Outlaws, The Good Thief tells the story of the Robin Hood of Greece. Follow this fugitive's trail from Athens to mountain hideouts and discover how this bank robber who shares money with the poor has stolen the hearts of the Greek people.
They say Paleokostas has given a lot of money to poor people.
Like, he'd steal a car from a village and return it with a bag of cash on the seat.
Listen to Outlaws, The Good Thief on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who miss the fairway all day and still pull out the big stick, the type of guys who will always prefer to be behind the grill than in front of the camera, and the men who never let their friends forget about a high school nickname. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
Who wants to settle for a single TV? With more TVs, bigger screens, plus our fabulous scenic views, there's more to watch at Twin Peaks.
Now open in Daytona.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely, live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some people say bigger is better. When it comes to buying a home, a TV, or an ice cream sundae, wouldn't you rather go big? Insurance companies think that because they're bigger, they can pay injured people less than what they really deserve. But guess what? We're big too. As America's largest personal injury firm, we know that our size matters. If you're going up against a big insurance company, you need a big firm fighting for you. And when we win big, you win big. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. When a restaurant closes, my reaction is, that sucks. They had good steak. When regional banks close or 3 of them close overnight, it freaks me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. It's part of my personal protection plan. Call my friends at Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-404-GOLD. 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
When you see a roach, over there, you want it gone. Ew. Fast. Stem's Bug Killer Trigger is powered by active ingredients found in plants and kills roaches faster than Zevo's Bug Killer Trigger based on lab testing on the most common U.S. cockroach species. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch right now. Before we get into this whole thing where you can regrow your teeth, which sounds awesome and interesting and maybe a little scary, but we'll get into that in just a moment. I wanted to run a question by you guys. And there was a story this weekend. I guess Don Lemon, who used to work over at CNN.
Lemon Squeezy?
Lemon Squeezy for Sheezy, that guy. He ended up having some big Hamptons fancy party with all the celebrities and stuff this weekend. And, of course, when you do that, there's going to be the paparazzi and the photographers outside, and they're going to take pictures of everybody as they
at the lemon party.
At the lemon party, yes. And in this case, They got a photograph of the former CNN boss, Jeff Zucker, and he's leaving the party. You can see if you're watching on YouTube at twitch.tv the photo here. He's leaving the party with a married woman, CNN host Allison Camerata, and he's holding her hand as they walk out of this party.
Hot.
Now, she's married, right? And he is supposedly in a relationship with this woman
who's walking by herself?
Yeah, who left afterwards by herself and didn't leave with him. And
Looking rough.
she is looking like she's having a rough day. But when I saw this, I go, is there any way that this is just like a normal platonic thing that you're holding hands with another person like this?
Okay, so there very well could be a way, but I don't understand how that can come into play when you're a celebrity who has paparazzi shooting pictures of you.
You know the camera's there. No way they're like hidden in the bush or something here.
I have a lot of dude friends, and some of which I would hold their hand, and that's like no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. You gotta see, this is foreign for me. You know, like
I mean, you barely hug.
I wouldn't even really hold Courtney's hand. But if I was gonna hold
I
somebody's
think we
hand,
hug once every 3 years.
it would be Courtney's if I was gonna hug or hold a hand. But if I'm like walking, like if Sabrina and I were walking next to each other, I would
Never in a million years.
would never hold her hand.
We barely, like when we take pictures, we're like, should I touch your waist?
Like, wouldn't you feel uncomfortable as hell if like somebody who's you're not with is like, oh, let's just hold hands as we walk?
It's different for women.
I just think
hold
holding
hands all the time.
I hold hands with people.
Do you hold hands with people who aren't your wife?
Yeah.
Walking down the street, just holding somebody's hand?
Yes.
Whose hand are you holding?
Give me her name right now, kick her
Girlfriends.
ass.
No.
You know them.
You hold. No, this is not
Josh
true.
and I think, could hold hands and be fine.
This is not true. You hold.
We're gonna do it later.
You walk down the street and hold hands with women you know who are not your wife.
Yes.
Currently.
Yes.
I think he's bidding.
I don't know
There's
if he
no
is
way.
or not. But
but I could see him like of the gal best friends that it would be fine.
if I saw him walking down the sidewalk holding Courtney's hand, I would have an issue with that.
I wouldn't hold Courtney's hand. No offense to Courtney.
Talk to you for a second.
Well, if
bud.
Courtney's hand's not good enough to hold,
No,
everybody
it's
else's
not.
hand is just fine.
What if I was holding Courtney's hand?
I wouldn't take as much of an issue with that.
Okay.
I don't know why. I can't explain
Challenge
to you.
accepted, bro. Just kidding, Courtney. Love you. Hold your hand.
When I see this photo,
We're also going to the movies together.
Jeff Zucker holding the hand of this woman who's married, and he's rumored to be with this other person for a while, and that person leaves alone, and they're
I mean,
holding
it
hands.
is weird. Has wife said anything about it?
Not that I've seen, but it looks when you're holding hands with another person like you're with that person in some romantic way. I think.
Are you gay?
Even though Josh apparently is just out there holding hands, at random.
what can
Okay,
I
but
say?
Josh also hugs, and you don't.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
I'm a sensitive guy.
I hug sometimes too. Every once in a while, I'll toss a hug in there. This is not like a hug though. I would hug you, but I think
careful.
Tell me if you think I'm right on this. I think holding hands and walking down the street is more of a relationship thing than hugging. Hugging, I'll hug.
I would say
whatever.
Yes.
Depends on how you're hugging.
And I will not just hold anybody's hand walking down the street. If Courtney and I are walking next to each other and our hands hit a couple of times, I'll smack her hand right away.
Okay. See, also
Get
very
out.
telling. Just that phrase.
I can't be holding hands with somebody. What, is going to skip next? What's happening here?
You don't
Why
know how to
not?
skip.
I can't do any of this. Jeff Zucker, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to, but it seems very, very public. Whatever is
Or
happening.
he can do
here.
whatever the hell he wants.
Of course he can. Well, I mean, I don't. His if that other person is still his partner,
I mean,
they
that's
might not
brand
agree
new.
with that. They might not think that that's a good
He's like,
thing.
I already dealt with the most expensive divorce in U.S. history.
He did?
What's next?
Oh, my
Are you
God.
talking about? Oh, I am mixing Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. Jeff Zuck.
No, this is Jeff Zucker. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
from
guy
CNN.
who
That's
used
my
to run
bad.
CNN. It says Allison Camerata, 57, beamed as she walked hand in hand with Zucker on Saturday.
That's my bad.
His lover, Allison Gullist, already cost him his executive
First
job.
of all, who uses lover?
It's a little
anymore?
weird. It's unclear why Emmy Award nominee Camerata was getting cozy with Jeff Zucker. She's a married mom of 3 who lives in Connecticut with her family. I don't know. Something's going on here. That
You
seems
hear
a
that?
little strange.
Married mother of 3 that live in Connecticut.
This is why
Watch your backs.
when you see somebody making out in a parking lot, all right, you see a couple making out in a parking lot.
What'd you see this weekend?
I didn't see that this weekend, but I've seen it lots of times before. If you see a couple just like aggressively making out in public, that couple is either one of two things: brand new couple or they're cheating.
Sure.
They're cheating on whoever they're actually with, and they're like, that's when you do these things. When you hold hands, when you kiss. You hold your wife's hands when you walk down the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one on this. I cannot be the only one.
I know you're not the only one.
You're not a
You and Ben Shapiro.
person.
I'm not in the Ben Shapiro category. This is totally
I hate
normal.
Barbie and I hate holding hands.
Here's what I want to hear from. I want to hear from everybody who's in an actual regular relationship.
Oh, okay, see? Those are the key words. There's your little dog whistle.
No, I mean not just dating for like a couple of weeks or something. Somebody who's in a committed relationship with somebody else. Maybe your relationship's been going on 3 or 4 months or something. Are you, when you're walking down the sidewalk in public, still holding hands with that person? Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Kurt says, why is this national news? Kurt, because I decide. I decide what goes on the show. And I want to I'm just trying to snuff out whether or not I'm the weirdo or Josh and Sabrina are the weirdos with the hand holding in public.
I think that's
thing.
easy to answer.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, let's take it to the polls, and he'll just reveal the answers that are more towards his side.
I
to
know.
make him
I'll
feel
play
better.
whatever comes in over here. I will be fair about it. I'm just trying to see if I'm the weirdo here or if you guys are the weirdo.
What if he walked out to go grab something from the printer and me and Courtney are just holding hands?
I would
sitting
think
on the couch.
it was a little strange, but I would think, and again, this
just
is
talking a lot of crap about you.
This might be like a weird sexism thing, but if I went out there and Josh was holding her hand, it would be more weird to me.
Even
it would be like, why?
even with my lifestyle choices?
Yeah, yes. I don't know why that is. I'm just being honest about it.
Sounds good, Ma.
That's just how I feel about things. Over on Twitch, Christina says, Bill and I have been together 10 years.
Okay, that's made up.
And we still hold hands in public. He even wants to fall asleep holding my hand sometimes.
Oh, Bill.
My God. That's,
Put Bill on blast.
Courtney tells me.
I just like touching one part of somebody as I fall asleep.
Me too. Ain't that the truth? Courtney told me this.
Just a pee slap right before we go. Night.
Courtney told me this yesterday. She goes, I used to be offended by the way that you sleep. And I said, what? And she goes, then I realized, you don't have any control over this because she might want to cuddle or something. And she said, I'll look over in the middle of the night and I am on the last sliver of the bed.
You could not be farther away from somebody.
Yeah, just precariously like dangling over the edge, about to fall off the bed. And my neck is contorted when I sleep.
You don't even spend 5 minutes before you pass out cuddling?
No. I mean, we cuddle sometimes. We take time to cuddle. It's like a cuddle
need to be
session.
held, man.
No, look, maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know, but I don't do that. But I can't control how I sleep. I just sleep like that. I'm a stress sleeper. It's horrible.
I'm the same exact way,
terrible.
but as far as, I'll cuddle all day, though.
Yeah?
All day.
A lot of people chiming in on
And
YouTube.
then sweat.
Amy says, I have been with my boyfriend for 12 years and we do not hold hands in public. Sour Patch Pete on Twitch says, I only hold my wife's hand if she reaches out first.
Okay.
And a lot of different people are weighing in on this, so give us your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. The regrowing your teeth thing. I've got it right here. We're going to talk about that.
Talk about this.
It's cool, man.
Scary.
The future has arrived, and it is something interesting. You'll hear that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on I-4 eastbound near Conroy Road. There's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429, and you can expect congestion on I-4 westbound between Sand Lake Road and before State Road 535. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 heading eastbound at Bumpy Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate and break free from your old ride and declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling pushed foot down, then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com.
Just call up, just call up, just call up, just call up. Injured on the go, just call up.
Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando. Sung by non-attorney spokesperson.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
The podcast Outlaws, The Good Thief tells the story of the Robin Hood of Greece. Follow this fugitive's trail from Athens to mountain hideouts and discover how this bank robber who shares money with the poor has stolen the hearts of the Greek people.
They say Paleokostas has given a lot of money to poor people.
Like, he'd steal a car from a village and return it with a bag of cash on the seat.
Listen to Outlaws, The Good Thief on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get wings the way you want them. Try Twin Peaks wings bone-in breaded, naked, smoked and grilled, or boneless in your favorite sauce or rub.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
With us. We do appreciate it. And if you missed it, a brand new design drop right now, a shirt that you can go grab. It's called Last Minute Message, and it is available for a limited time over on getskywall.com. Want to see our friends in West Palm Beach on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7 grabbing this.
Yeah, if you even care about us.
The folks on the Treasure Coast, we want to see our friends in Dallas grabbing this. Support the show. Get this. It's a super nice shirt. Very, very comfortable. It's going to be one of your favorite in your rotation. There might be some days where you don't wear this one. There might be some days and some occasions, but you can go see it for yourself. I think it's an amazing shirt, and it's up at getskywall.com. Every shirt comes with a magnet and a sticker, and you should get yours now at getskywall.com. We got our friend Slick back at the radio station. Slick, are you there? Are you? I hope he didn't run out just now as we came back.
Check 1 2.
Yeah, he's probably back at HQ, or maybe he went to go do something.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk to him in just a bit, because I wanted to ask him about this hand-holding thing, because right when we went to break, he's like, man.
Hey, Sean, can I ask you something?
He said,
you okay?
He's like,
he roasted you.
You all right, man? Like, what's happening to you? And I was like, oh, God, where do I even begin here? All right, let's go.
It all started when I was 4.
I want to go over to this story about teeth that's going to make Sabrina uncomfortable, but
yeah, I don't can't imagine growing teeth.
It's science, baby. It's science, and this is something.
Baby.
Well, yeah, not in that way, in a different way.
What's up, Sugar Plum?
Americans are poised to spend $230 billion by 2030 on dental care, and there's a lot of different things you could do now. You see the people who get the porcelain veneers or whatever. And that's always weird to me, because I believe when you get veneers, they rip all your teeth out, right?
They make them very tiny.
And then you just then they just mount
make them like little baby teeth.
Ooh, that's weird to me.
But then you don't get stains.
Yeah,
the
they're beautiful.
Is crazy.
I think half the people on like The Bachelor and Bachelorette must have these things, because when I see these people's smiles, I'm like, Jesus, man.
Blinding.
Unbelievable. It's like an impossible level of whiteness on their teeth.
I saw some meme over the weekend that's like, who decided, may I please speak to the person who separated your eyes and teeth from the rest of health insurance.
Right.
Yeah. Like when it comes to dental work, like you have dental insurance, but it's a whole thing, and they consider it still like what's the word?
Like an optional thing.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It could kill you if you don't take care of your teeth.
Oh, certainly. Especially like you see a lot of people who have been homeless for any extensive period of time, and they got all kinds of infections and all sorts of stuff going on.
Stinks.
But this could be the innovation we've all been waiting for. Thanks to our innovative friends that come from a little country called Japan.
Japan! Nice.
Needed
I'm
some
so
time.
proud of you.
Needed time to get there. Thanks to those Japanese innovators, there's a new experimental treatment that will allow you to regrow your teeth. They said researchers in Japan are currently working on a medication that would allow people to grow a new set of teeth, with a clinical trial slated for July of next year.
Yeah, not part of that. You couldn't give me $1 million to be a part of that. What if they don't stop growing?
They don't know yet.
What if they don't stop growing?
I have no idea.
There's some people that do the Guinness World Record of the nails.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that in your mouth.
Could you imagine how it would feel to have like baby? Do you have baby teeth again, or do they go right to the adult teeth?
Are you starting fresh from like just gums and you regrow the tiny teeth first?
The idea of teeth are so weird.
That is wild.
What was it?
Face bones.
Yeah, face bones. The Kimmy Schmidt song. Like it's bones that are sticking out of your mouth.
They say the idea of growing teeth is every dentist's dream.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for a while. After decades and decades of studies looking into this, they learned that they could do something to create a protein called USAG1. And
sounds delicious.
In doing this, they could like fire off everything in your system to once again create a new set of teeth for you. But, ooh, man, think of all the things that could go wrong.
Yeah. Like
Guinea pig on
never
that?
kissing somebody again?
But you know what? There are people, I always get sad about this. There are people who have really bad teeth and like they don't even want to smile in photographs and they will do anything to get that fixed.
I follow one guy who, and I appreciate what he does, but the way that he goes about it is that he will have someone in his dentist chair and he's like, what happened? And he sticks their phone in their face.
Right.
And he's like, whoa, you've been dealing with this for a while. Look how fugly those teeth are.
Right.
And then he gives them a new smile and you have that moment where they're hysterically crying because they're smiling for the first time.
And I can't even imagine how that feels. Just to look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, finally, I don't have to be like mortified by this.
I still have to get my extra wisdom teeth out.
Oh yeah,
at some point next year.
That's fun.
I've never had anything done with my wisdom teeth. I got like everything.
Well, you know, the
still in
fun
there.
fact about Sab is that I was born with 6 of them.
Yes, I know. I know this
Cool.
about
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But you've had some of them removed.
Just one.
Only one removed.
Yeah, just one. So I still got 2 on each side on top.
Are they going to take all 5 out at the same time?
I mean, that's supposed to be the plan, but like,
oh my God.
I'll be
You are going to be
effed up.
zooted on gas.
But I will sell them later on as NFTs.
Well, you can regrow them.
Thank you.
If you'd like, because these Japanese scientists are really far down the road on this. The innovative treatment targets the protein that suppresses the regeneration of teeth. Early tests have already been completed showing tooth regeneration in mice and a ferret. They did it on a ferret.
Yeah, I'm not trusting that. Have you seen mouse teeth?
Yeah, they're
There's
very
just the front 2.
Yeah, they're very different than human teeth.
Imagine you do it and you just get mouse teeth.
Yeah.
Or tiny little ferret teeth.
And the doctor's like, well, the first 2 came in. Let's just wait a little while. Let's see if we get the rest of
I
these.
can't
here.
stop eating cheese.
Oh, man. It's amazing that they could do that stuff. Sam on YouTube says, friend of mine has a genetic thing. Think this happened to her mom, too, but pregnancy caused all their teeth to fall out. I've never heard of that before, but no good. And they're going to want to try this whole Japanese method here, I think, before too long.
Hey.
People will pay for this one. Trust me on that.
Josh.
All right, let's go over to you. Let's see what's happening in your world. Lots of people are chiming in about the holding hands situation because they want to make me feel weird, even though I think this is totally normal, that a couple that's been together for a long time does not hold hands and walk around like a bunch of toddlers. It's weird, strange behavior that
You guys
Josh
kiss in the mouth.
and Sabrina engage in, and certainly not me. Slick, are you back at the studio? Let's see if he's there. I don't know if he's there or not.
Slick? Check 1, 2.
No.
He's hiding.
No.
So what if you just
Oh,
went,
no.
it's the news junkie? We would just have to wait?
Or he's talking to us and we can't hear him down the line. It might be that. It could be the case. All right, here we go. Let's go over to a bunch of you, including this one. Here is Amanag96 with the dispatch.
So my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years, but we've known each other for 7. And now we have 2 daughters that we're raising together. And any chance that the girls are not around and we are in public, he does want to hold my hand because he takes a lot of pride in having me next to him. I am not a touchy person, but even when we're driving in the car, he always reaches for my hand. So my
Oh.
So you don't do it in front of your daughters?
No, they don't want them to see that.
Right.
It's just too weird. Here's Water Bottle Vodka Teacher.
Sean, 100% on the money with the holding hands. Been married 29 years, happily, as far as I know. And luckily, my wife, who's 5 feet and I'm 6'2", so there's a height disparity. She's not big on the holding hands. Occasionally, if the the mood permits it, or you're at a wedding, you're at a function, you want to do it for a little bit, but my God, I'm not going to walk into Publix and go into the deli and be like, oh, hold my hand. No, you got to free them up to get that 12-pack of beer. Happy summer.
Am I right?
Hell yeah, brother. Use your lanky gorilla arms to hold her hand.
I love, I'm like not against holding hands in public, but there is like one type of couple that I don't care for. And if you're both in like running gear, and you're jogging, and you're holding hands.
They do that?
Well, I've never seen that.
That's an advanced move right
like,
there.
run together. We already get it.
You know what I've been getting?
And I blow smoke right in their face.
I'm honestly really not fond of this, but the thing that's been happening to me, and this is not a woe is me
Surprise erections?
moment. No, happened this weekend, in fact. So, Courtney has been getting big into running and working out, and she looks fantastic, and she's beautiful and all of these things. And that's
all that stuff.
All right. I'm getting word from the producers. You're safe to continue the story.
And so she goes up to, we went to the bar this weekend just to hang out and have a couple of drinks. And when we go up to the bar, there's somebody who hasn't seen Courtney in a while. And they're like, oh, my God, you look fantastic. And they're all just fawning over how beautiful Courtney looks and great. And then they do this thing, and this is what's been happening to me. They go, oh, yeah, you look good, too, by the way. Because they'll fawn over Courtney, and then they'll be like, oh, we're ignoring Sean. And they'll give me the pity.
Been there.
You look good, too? And I'll be, oh,
but you're hilarious, Sabrina. You're so funny.
You know what? Don't give me anything. I'd rather have nothing.
I like your hat.
I'd rather have nothing than that one. I know what you're doing. You just feel bad because you think there's an imbalance in this relationship, right? You think that she's more attractive than I am, and so you're like, hey, you look nice too, Sean.
Should they be apologizing to her?
Maybe that might be what they do next.
No, not apologize. Be like, good for you.
Oh man,
good for you.
For to him. Let's work in a couple of more here. Here's Insane Membrane with the Dispatch.
Good afternoon, junkies.
Hey.
I hope everybody's doing okay. Hey, been married 19 years, and when I'm walking on the sidewalk or walking around in the park or at the mall, whatever it is, I always hold my wife's hand. That's just, it's normal.
You do you.
And I also open the door for her. How about that?
I don't do that.
And Josh, you're a weirdo. I will never hold somebody else's hand that is not my wife.
You know what?
Well, that's reflective of your all's relationship.
Because you got no hose.
Okay, and I take back what I
You're
just
gonna
said.
get some heat today, man. You're gonna get some kickback.
I'm too old to care.
Melissa is an angel from heaven.
She is, yeah.
How dare you?
She's a lovely lady.
The woman you refer to as your current wife from time to time.
Yes.
This same person. Yeah, I will take whatever compliments I could get, actually, now that I think about it. I don't want people to take away the pity
I
compliments.
like your shirt color.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Matchy.
And that's even though you're saying that because you're wearing the same color, I'll still take it. I want that, and I'm gonna.
They look good.
It's gonna put some pep in my step.
I didn't
today.
get the memo.
Yeah.
I went black T-shirt today.
Unbelievable.
You have some sort of rock show that you have to move speakers for?
Yeah, I'm a roadie for. I'm a Just Call Modi.
He's gonna like that.
Now he's gonna let me be
I
here.
like where that landed. Here is Shark Mouth with a dispatch.
What up, junkies? Happy Monday. Could you imagine regrowing rows of teeth? Just have that, shark mouth tooth look?
No, thank
you. Oh, my goodness. It would just be wonderful. Chomp, chomp. Oh, I lost a tooth. Chomp, chomp. Oh, I lost another tooth. Chomp, chomp. Oh, my God, I got nothing but teeth. Yeah. Growing teeth.
Yep.
What a wonderful story.
Monday.
Thank you, buddy. There you go. Step up the dispatches, everybody.
Yeah.
TheNewsJunkie.com. That's where you go. I don't know if you struggle with this, Josh. It sounds like you don't. But I struggle with, what are the things that I'm supposed to do, in air quotes, in a relationship in terms of, the chivalrous stuff. Right?
Opening a door is a good thing.
I do that whenever I can. I try to get ahead of Courtney and open the door to hold the door open.
You have to
for
full
her.
sprint though.
Yeah, sometimes it makes me move a little fast at the last minute, but I'll do that. I don't open her door on the car up for her because I've always found that to be a weird thing. But we don't do that.
It's a whole thing. When are you gonna wait?
When we're walking down the road, let's say we're taking the dog for a walk or something. If there's no sidewalks in a lot of these areas where we're walking the dog. So we just walk on the side of the road. When we're doing that, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, what the rules state that I'm supposed to do, but she walks in front of me. I fall in behind her, and she walks in front of me.
Okay.
Which I don't know. It seems to me if that's the chivalrous thing.
No, the chivalrous thing is to
get in front.
No, it's to walk next to her, but on the side on which the cars are coming. But that rule was made back when cars only topped at like 20 miles an hour.
Well, plus
nowadays you'll both get killed instantly.
If I was on the sidewalk, I would just do that naturally.
Right.
That's where I end up walking alongside her.
You're
naturally.
the barrier.
But when we are on the side of the road and we have to go in single file, I go behind her because I don't know. I
just love to watch her walk away.
We do all these things just because that's the way it works in society, right? It's the nice thing to do. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from more of you. We'll talk about what the hell's happening at Twitter. It's called X now. And a woman, she was lying the whole time. We should have known it wasn't true. She didn't really win the lottery. What's going on? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Checking into Polk County, the right lane is blocked due to an accident causing delays eastbound on I-4 between CR 557 and US 27. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound near Conroy Road. The left lane is blocked, and the right lane is blocked heading eastbound on I-4 at Sand Lake Road. You can expect delays due to an accident blocking the right lane on State Road 408 heading eastbound at Bumby Avenue. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ViStar Credit Union. Want to make your summer more exciting? Right now, sign up for a ViStar Rewards credit card and get up to 3 points for each dollar spent. Plus, check out the exciting new limited time offer where you could win big. Visit ViStarCU.org/summer to learn more.
Hate to break it to you, but chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. But guess what? There's a hero in our midst, and that's that mortgage guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com. He's going to help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. That mortgage guy Don is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. Now, when it comes to that mortgage guy Don, he has over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So, very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I can say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a friend and not like a number like the other mortgage companies would. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Wells Fargo gives you access to direct deposit funds up to 2 days early.
Plus, if you look at the X and Y axes...
What if everything came 2 days early? Like the weekend.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
You can't get everything early, but when it comes to direct deposits, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/get-early to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Not all direct deposits are eligible. Early availability is not guaranteed and may vary between deposits from the same payer. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
The podcast Outlaws, The Good Thief tells the story of the Robin Hood of Greece. Follow this fugitive's trail from Athens to mountain hideouts and discover how this bank robber who shares money with the poor has stolen the hearts of the Greek people.
They say Paleo Kostas has given a lot of money to poor people.
Like, he'd steal a car from a village and return it with a bag of cash on the seat.
Listen to Outlaws, The Good Thief on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Life is full of ifs. If you see potential in every day, if you push for that promotion, and even bigger ifs like if you say, I do. If you can cash flow like a pro and get paid up to 2 days early, if you can safeguard against surprises and supercharge your savings, the if in life becomes less iffy. Regions Life Banking makes it possible. If you're interested.
Let's talk about the if in life. Regions Bank embrace the if in life.
Regions Bank, member FDIC.
GiveMeTheVin.com created the computer site Unseen Bid. All these copycats, they take your information and they sell it to 3, 4, 5, 6 other dealers. We do not do that. When you go to GiveMeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Be rewarded today. Donate life-saving plasma at Biomat Plasma. Your plasma can save lives, and you'll earn up to $400 in just 4 donations. Donating plasma is quick, easy, and worthwhile. Donate today at Biomat Plasma, 2501 Discovery Drive in East Orlando. Learn more at grifflesplasma.com.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Here's something you've never heard before.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Introducing 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hi, I'm Sridhar.
And I'm Aarti. We have spent the last 20 years building and working at some of the largest companies in the world. We worked with some remarkable people. Rob McElhenney.
When I see the people of Wrexham, I grew up exactly like them, and I think that transcends culture.
Check out the Aarti and Sriram Show. That is AARTHI and SRIRAM Show.
Listen to the Aarti and Sriram Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Genius marketing, if you ask me. This is the way to do it, and I got to give them credit. But this is something that happened on, was it Friday or something? I think it was Friday, because we talked about this when it happened. And they were saying the store that sold that winning Powerball ticket for $1 billion, they said the woman who won came back to the store. She runs inside. She goes, oh, my God. She hugs all the employees. She's like, thank you so much. I love you guys. And she hugs all the employees. She's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I won. And then she leaves, and all the media cameras that are there turn on this woman. They're like, here's the winner. We found the Powerball winner. And I was a little suspicious at first. And then I see, oh, I know what's going on here. She's got a hat on, and on her hat is a black hat she's wearing. It said psychedelic water. And I go,
nice.
That's pretty smart,
Okay,
actually.
What's psychedelic water?
We've tried this out before. It's like a water. It's like a seltzer kind of thing that you drink, and I think that's the name of it. And when you drink it, it's supposed to make you kind of trip out a little bit.
Cool, man.
And this woman had this on her hat, and I go, oh, God, that's kind of genius to have the thought to go, all I have to do is run in this store and pretend like I'm the winner. How are they going to know? How are they going to know if it was me or not?
Oh, so it wasn't her?
It wasn't her. She was lying. It was just a trick to get a bunch of press.
She was crying.
Yeah, she went in there. She was like all upset. And obviously this company must have been behind it. They said this will be perfect. We'll get a bunch of attention for free for our psychedelic water. And that's exactly what was going on here.
The water's so good that she thought she won the lottery.
Maybe. She came in here and she screamed. She hugged people in the store and then she ran away, they said. She claims she has the winning Powerball ticket. It wasn't true. She didn't win. I'm not sure why she did that. I guess she just wanted to be on TV. We don't know who the winner is yet. They still haven't come forward. Until now, it was actually Josh Fowler who won
the Powerball. Josh.
$1 billion.
I didn't want to tell anybody.
I know. I'm sorry that I put that out there. Now making you a target.
Fine. Now everyone's going to want to hold my hand.
That's true. Everybody's going to be grabbing for you for sure. All right. I don't know what's going on over on Twitter because they decided to change it to X. They now call the website X instead of Twitter. They're axing the bird. The bird is basically just going to get shot and killed, and Tweety Bird, whatever it is, the thing is dead. Now it's just X. Why is it X? Because Elon Musk has always had this idea. He owns X.com, and he's always had this idea that it's going to be like this app that does everything, which is a ripoff because it's really just a ripoff of, I think, WeChat in China, where this one app is a super app and has all kinds of other apps within it. And you do your banking, your purchases, you do all kinds of stuff right through the app. That's what he's kind of aiming for here. And to me, when I think of X, I think of, like, it brings me to the world of pornography. That's what I start to think about. I think about X brings me to Triple X, but he wants to rebrand all this. They changed the logo last night. It's funny because, like, half of the stuff is changed, but half of the stuff is still saying Twitter all over the place. And then I guess Twitter Blue is now X Blue, which that also sounds weird. And they got to figure out what to do from here because, like everything else, it's just coming from the hip. Elon Musk said, soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. Remember, he paid $44 billion for this company and then decided to do all this stuff. Twitter still has a brand page toolkit that calls the light blue bird its most recognizable asset. So let's replace it with an X.
Great idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be the harbinger of things to come or not. I got stuck up on that.
The
word.
Harvey Wallbanger.
Yeah, I almost said that. In March, Musk suggested the company was turning a corner by making its advertising more relevant, blah, blah, blah. Here they go. One thing that they're doing that is cool is big accounts on Twitter, they're letting them get a share of the ad revenue. And some of them got like some big fat payouts for 1 month of being on their Twitter.
Lucky.
I saw some in the tens of thousands. I saw some in the hundreds of thousands that they got, just people who are over on Twitter, just starting up a bunch of conversations where people yell at each other and making money doing it, I guess. All right, we're going to find out what's coming up on the next episode in just a moment. But before that, let's work in a couple of dispatches and see what you got going on. Here is Not Your Average Joe. He says, chivalry is dead. I cannot speak today. There it is.
Come on, Sean.
Chivalry.
You don't hold hands. You don't open the door for her.
I do.
You won't snuggle. Heck, I'm even going to throw no shower sex in there. There's only 2 reasons she's still with you. Either one, you're a sexual dynamo.
Yep, that's it.
Or it's all that
one.
snob-wassing money.
No, it's the first one.
I'm guessing the money.
Yeah, it's the second one doesn't even matter. It's the first one. Just, it's a fact.
All 2 minutes.
Here is Banana Potato with a dispatch.
Hey, junkies. I was just calling in to ask Sean a question. Why do you think it's weird for people to open up a car door for someone else, their significant other? My boyfriend does it for me, and I think it's cute. Like, I really like it. He's been doing it. We've been together 5 years.
Sucker.
I don't really, expect it or care to. I know he will, but I'm just curious why you think it's weird. Anyway, wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
It just seems weird to go over to the other side of the car as if the person is some sort of invalid and cannot open the door for themselves and say,
I won't even realize that it's happening because I've already opened the door and try to get out as quickly as possible. I'm being rushed.
Am I wrong to say I think that's pretty old school, at least that thing? It seems like...
I think what's happening here is you're such a feminist that you want them to open their own doors.
That's right.
Constantly.
Equal rights for everybody, you know?
Now, you could change that by child locking all the doors, and they can't get out until you open the door for them.
I need to do
leave them in
that.
the car to sweat it out.
We actually have to do that sometimes. We freaked out the other day. We were driving back from the big park down the street.
Were you on Psycho Water?
We were not on the psychedelic water.
Psychedelic, sorry.
Might as well have been, though, because all of a sudden we hear like noise of the outside. You know, all of a sudden the wind and stuff. We look back, and lady is up on the door, and she hit the window down button, and the window is going down.
Oh.
And then I'm like, oh, my God. And
Can't do that.
I think, she jumps out. She's dumb enough to jump out of the car. That dog is every bit dumb enough.
See one squirrel.
She just go, just flying out of that thing. Or she ends up like stepping on it and sending the window back up and squashes her own head in there. I'm like, oh my God, freaking out while we're driving. It's a nightmare. Anyhow, back to the weird closing the door thing, Banana Potato. I think something about it's odd. It's like, I'm going to go over to your side of the car. I got to try to beat you over there, right? Like, if you get there too fast.
Hold on.
It's weird. Like, no, don't open the door for yourself. No. All right, I'll open the door for you. There
You're
you
welcome.
Go. Now sit down.
Look at me.
And I never see people in super fancy cars doing it. It's always some guy in some like 96 Corolla who is still holding open the door to the car as the girlfriend gets in. You do you. If that's something you like in your relationship, go for the gold there. But not for me necessarily. One more. Here is Alex saying, too hot for chivalry. All right?
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
It's way too hot for anyone to be opening my car door for me. And then I have to wait for him to go all the way around and turn the car on.
Yeah.
No, let's just get in at the same time and crank the AC. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Ain't that the mission, right? That's what you do now. You get in at the same time, you hit that button to start the car, and then as fast as you can, you get that air conditioning circulating through there so you're not melting and sticking to the seat. That right there is the goal. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Chevy Chase and Pearl Jam have something in common, and it's actually not a mouthful of Chevy Chase. An entire music festival. I don't know what Chevy Chase says. That's all I got,
He says
baby.
that.
That's his famous line.
An entire music festival in Malaysia, presumably called Malaysia Palooza, has been shut down. It's all Matty Healy's fault. Plus, Oppenheimer apparently made a couple Oopsenheimers, historically speaking. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. The heat is on this afternoon. Forecast highs around 93 degrees through the Orlando metro. Mainly after 2 o'clock is when we'll be seeing a rise in shower and thunderstorm activity. You can expect the chance for heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 70s, and we'll do it all again on your Tuesday. Highs by the middle of the week do remain in the low 90s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
With the Autio app riding shotgun, every road trip is an adventure.
Autio is my traveling companion. It's educational, entertaining, funny. It makes the drive come to life.
The Autio app automatically plays you stories about the natural wonders, local legends, and fascinating histories outside your car window, with over 10,000 unique stories from coast to coast.
I've learned more about my hometown from the Autio app than I did growing up here.
Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
With so many bottles to choose from, there's always something new to try at Total Wine & More. How about a great Prosecco for under $8 and a French Rosé for under $7? With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly. B21.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Refresh your ride at O'Reilly Auto Parts with the new Art of Car Care line from Turtle Wax and LA street artist Mr. Cartoon. Whether it's a detailer to give your paint that extra shine or wheel and tire products to keep them spinning in style. Plus, get 2 times O-Rewards points. Get Turtle Wax and Mr. Cartoon's The Art of Car Care exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's something you've never heard before.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Introducing 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Real quick tips at thenewsjunkie.com and our friend Hollywood Brad emails.
Nice guy.
We were talking about how people are filming shows and all the people in the background, do they have to get a waiver or not for them? And we brought up a couple different things, but Hollywood Brad says, regarding people in the background of movies or TV signing waivers, from what I heard 25 years ago, if you're making something commercial, intending to make money from the project, then legally you have to get anybody that's in it to sign a waiver. So if you see somebody in the background of a movie or a TV show, the vast majority of the time they're paid background performers. They don't just generally let people wander through the background. Even in busy cities, we completely block off streets and sidewalks while we're rolling and have production assistants doing lockdowns on any area where somebody could wander into the shot. Yeah, I made the mistake of having my headphones in and wandering onto the set of Little Fockers when they were filming that in Chicago. I told the story, and the cops grabbed me, and I had no idea what was going on because I just had my headphones on. And
my anniversary for Sharknado 3, oh hell no, just popped up.
And you were in the background of that, just like these people are in the background of these scenes.
I was paid.
Regarding the scene of The Office, remember there was supposed to be a documentary crew following them, so it actually makes sense someone might look directly into the camera. I'm assuming that was either intentional, or if not, they just left it in because it made sense in the context of the show. Hope that helps, Brad. The only thing I want to toss back at you, Brad, and I'm honestly interested in an answer here, is in The Office, I remember hearing in the commentary that they said this woman just like looked at the camera, but they liked the shot so much they kept it in. And they said that, you know, it was just, they filmed it kind of guerrilla style. And I also heard that that's how they filmed Elf when they were in New York City and Will Ferrell was dressed up as Elf. And so they got all these people's reactions and stuff. And it seems like those people were just kind of randomly there as they were filming these scenes.
I mean, you have a tall, curly-haired gentleman in tights around. It's right for natural reaction.
Congratulations.
It's an attention grabber.
You did it.
I think maybe sometimes they do it that way. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Nice.
I'm learning.
Hold up. The next episode brought... we have him back on? Brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Lead to the end of the live read, please.
And the host of the Home Loans Radio Show, refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, and so much more. Get the process started today with someone that has your best interest in mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It was 30 years ago, Josh, when you were born. 1993. Three fans of this sport right here.
Baseball.
Baseball.
And you better believe it. Split the point. They were injured outside Dodger Stadium when New York Mets outfielder Vince Coleman threw a firecracker that was equivalent to a quarter stick of dynamite.
Oh, my God. The baseball player threw that into the stands?
Yeah, right into the crowd. He got off with a small fine.
Oh, my
and
God.
200 hours of community service. Do you think baseball players that get assigned community service, that they're sentenced to that they have to go and play catch with an underprivileged kid, or do they pick up trash?
One would think that they probably have some kind of rich person, famous person workaround to that stuff.
I would hope so.
Like they just bring some kids to watch the baseball game and they're like, you're doing community service.
Or they
fair.
make them do like Make-A-Wish or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get some good press out of it.
So Oppenheimer didn't beat Barbie at the box office this weekend, but a pretty big hit. 3-day take of $80.5 million.
That's big.
And that's despite a apparently glaring historical inaccuracy.
Oh, my God.
There's a scene in the movie where several people in a crowd are waving American flags. It takes place in 1945. Spoiler alert. Those flags in the movie have 50 stars on them. And that is historically inaccurate.
I'm not going to see it now.
I'm going to resell my ticket.
I honestly don't think I'm going to go see it because 3 hours in a movie theater sounds daunting. Like, there's no intermission, right?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
My pee-pee in my seat?
3 hours is a pretty long stretch.
So they say if you know your history and or civics, the American flag didn't have 50 stars until what year, gentlemen?
1959.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
1955.
Then even worse, 1960.
Oh.
When which states became states? You can make up. Go ahead.
Hawaii?
Hawaii is right.
And Alaska.
And Alaska is correct.
We
You guys
bought
are
it
now
from
even.
Russia.
In 1945, it only had 48 stars. Another interesting fact about Oppenheimer, this is something we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. We don't know for sure, but apparently the atomic bomb explosion was without CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's believe that. Because there was
mushroom
no
cloud.
I
news
gotta
alerts
know.
about that. How is that possible?
People just want to believe all kinds of dumb stuff. And the movie got a bunch of buzz. If it wasn't for Barbie, this would have been a totally successful. I mean, it is a successful weekend for the movie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Even though
sure.
it got second place, it made $80 million. It's a big take.
That'll help with all the strikes going on. Now, they don't know exactly how it was done. Cinematographer says that they created science experiments. They built aquariums with power in it, dropped silver particles in it.
Just make the movie.
We had molded metallic balloons that were lit up from the inside, and then we had things slamming and smashing into one another like ping pong balls, and boom, that's how atomic bomb.
Making a movie with this guy must be a nightmare.
Just do an actual atomic bomb at that point.
Yeah.
Go blow it up in the desert or something. No one cares.
That's what they did back in the day.
Or do a gay kiss.
Uh-oh.
That's what I vote.
Gay agenda. Gay agenda.
Malaysia, not too happy with the 1975, both the year and the band. There was kind of a weird move on their part, but they had a 3-day music festival called Good Vibes.
Okay, that sounds kind of fun.
And apparently Matty Healy, because I forgot, he goes by Matty.
You think that's his given name?
No, it's Matthew or Matt. I've not met an adult Matty up until talking about the 1975 for some reason.
I don't know anything about that guy. Is he British or is he American or?
I know he's Taylor Swift for a second, and he eats raw meat on stage.
What?
But that Matty Healy, because of what he did, shut down the entire festival. 1975 was on the bill for day one on Friday of the Good Vibes Fest in Malaysia. Matty Healy decided to call out the country's anti-gay laws by saying, "This is effing ridiculous," end quote. Before sharing a prolonged kiss with the bassist Ross McDonald. Old McDonald had a kiss, and then they shut it down. Next 2 days of the festival were completely canceled. The 1975 went on to cancel shows in Indonesia and Taiwan due to, quote, current circumstances.
Really?
So only gay kisses in the U.S. of A. We have someone now. I thought this was last week. We would never talk about it again, but here he is, staying relevant, and he has comments on Miranda Lambert.
Don't call it
LL Cool J is right. That was way louder than I thought it would be. I apologize.
It's LL Cool J. You always make it loud.
Now, he decided to weigh in.
That's how I do it.
That's what they say.
He says he is now Team Selfie. Kind of. He says Miranda should chill, dude.
Bruh.
And let fans be fans, man. Your job as an artist is to create art. The way people choose to interact with that art, it's up to them. If you want to come to my show and eat a bowl of potato salad with a baseball hat down your nose, go for it.
Challenge
End quote. I'm down for the potato salad. Baseball hat down my nose? Seems like it would hurt.
Yeah, and plus it's going to inhibit the potato salad eating if it's too far down your face.
I think you're thinking too hard about this.
But full circle, since I had the baseball throwback. It's what you choose to do. You got to let the fans do what they want to do. That was him talking with Mercedes in the morning. Yeah. Miranda hasn't officially commented or directly commented, but at a recent show, she pointed out a fan who had on a shirt that said, "Shoot tequila, not selfies," and she loved it, y'all.
That's hilarious.
What they're not going to love is Hollywood paying a hefty fine for trimming those trees.
Oh, really? They're in trouble for this now?
Oh, yeah. Universal is about to get hit with a fine for trimming those now well-known ficus trees along Barham Boulevard. Old BB. LA City Controller Kenneth Mejia has become quite the active Twitter user lately, so long as he's within the rules of Elon and future X.
It's X now, not Twitter.
My bad. He issued a citation in the amount of, hope you're sitting down,
I'm ready for it.
$250.
Whoa.
My
Yeah,
God.
dude.
Never financially recover from
How will they
this.
get back to making movies? For cutting the trees that once provided shade to the sweaty WGA strikers,
protesters, strikers,
picketeers, you know, those folk.
People.
It's definitely not a bank breaker. Universal probably paid way more to pop the last-minute white tents up on the picket line because of the tree trimming, but here we are, 250 down the line. Regardless of the number of trees, it's just 250 down the road. So keep trimming those trees. And, perfect. I have time for it, and I've been waiting, so I might as well get it out of the way. Lady Gaga, she is back in the news. Speaking of fines, remember when her dogs got stolen?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, almost 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more. The two Frenchies, and she has now won the legal case over the huge dog reward that she had offered.
Somebody got shot in that, didn't they?
Yeah, the dog walker.
Yeah, the person walking the dog actually got shot.
But then the person who turned in the dogs was the one who was involved in stealing them to begin with.
Right, and still wanted the reward.
And sued for it. And now a judge has tossed that lawsuit into the trash can. She was attempting to get a court to force Gaga to fork over $500,000 in that reward that she promised to anyone who would help recover her stolen pets in 2021. Her name is Jennifer McBride. She was actually convicted in connection to that crime, namely pleading no guilty or no contest.
Guilty.
No guilty, y'all. No guilty, Judge.
No guilty.
No contest to knowingly receiving stolen property. Now, the judge makes it clear in the ruling, saying allowing McBride to pursue the claims would allow her to benefit from her admitted wrongdoing, a.k.a. no duh. No guilty, no duh. Lady Gaga has called it ridiculous, and the judge agrees. Judge did say the McBride would have 20 days to try to amend the complaint, but it's not clear how she would find a way. But somehow I found a way to make a parody song about it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
Buckle up.
I believe in you.
Moving things all around over there. There we go.
And a 3. And a 2.
Oh, loosen it. It's just a freestyle.
Who needs rhymes?
Yeah, it's fine.
Take that, Jennifer McBride.
And now I can put it to bed. I've had that on my to-do list for 2 weeks.
And I've got somebody in this neighborhood. I don't know if you've seen this or not, Sabrina.
All right.
I try to make it a point when we're going around the neighborhood.
So hold Courtney's hand.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be crazy. But I look around, and if somebody's got like a missing dog sign, I try to look at it, and I'm like, this way, if we see the dog, maybe we'll know what to do. And sometimes you see like there was a missing cat sign up there. There's some poor person in our neighborhood. And
Cat, I already know.
No, they have put these signs up everywhere, and it says missing cockatiel, and they have their little bird on there. And I'm like, buddy, I think when the cockatiel's missing, it's just like, oh my God, I can fly outside. This is not, I was missing on this my whole life. You're never getting that bird back, buddy.
It's been 2 weeks since my cockatiel flew away. Now I am having feels, missing that white bird that cursed at me.
Oh, never gonna find it. Signs everywhere, though. God, they're at the 7-Eleven. They're around the neighborhood.
It was a couple weeks ago that there was like a mom, and I soon found out her autistic daughter who were visiting Orlando, and their dog just jumped out of the window.
Oh, no.
I saw it all over Facebook. For some reason, I was buzzed enough and be like, hold Carl. And then we tried to find the dog. But I like.
Did they find it?
I exchanged numbers with her and everything.
Oh my God!
Ignored every single text this morning.
Oh no!
I'm like, I made a mistake, but they found a dog.
Oh, did they? That's good.
Yeah, not the cat or the cockatiel. So there you have it. On the boob tube, we have got The Bachelorette on ABC, Stars on Mars on Fox, series premiere of Son of a Critch on the CW.
Can't wait to see that.
Lil Jon wants to do what? On HGTV, and the 11th season premiere of Futurama on Hulu. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Fun event coming this weekend. Posting about it later on, but in order to see it,
you're right at the finish line, right
you'll have
there.
to follow me, and most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
No, thank you.
You're going to see that boob tube get more and more weird as this strike goes on.
Is there even a point of saying the boob tube anymore?
You don't have to. You do whatever you want. It's your segment. But
all right. You heard that here, Josh.
It's going to get more and more like just weird ass shows. And you know what? One thing
It's like 500 Day Fiance.
I was trying to look at what was happening, what people were watching out there. Nobody's watching that stupid Mars show, by the way, that Celebrity Mars
I
thing.
watched the first 6 episodes after, a big crust day of mine.
They're trying to put anything out there that they possibly can. This Bachelorette season isn't doing very well either.
The golden one?
No, that's coming up soon. But the one that's underway. And I was saying to Courtney, I was like, I think they're only like 4 episodes into the Bachelorette, but there's only like 4 or 5 guys left. And I said,
already?
Yeah, normally.
This must be the most dramatic season yet.
Yeah,
it is.
If they say, I think they said there's only like 9 episodes this season. Maybe nothing exploded.
It does
Josh,
seem shorter.
Remember when we were like in a full like fantasy football Bachelorette?
Yeah.
What
you
is
guys
it
went
called?
too far
Bracket?
from me. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I made like $500 that
You
year.
won?
Lucky
Yeah.
me.
Oh
big
my
time.
God. All right, when we come back, we got so much to get to, including
Yeah, like what?
It's something I was really excited about. I've completely lost all the excitement for it. I'm over it. I'm not going to make the trip. I'm not going to go to this place. It's all been ruined for me, and I'm going to ruin it for you too. I'm going to ruin it all.
Sean's about to ruin a vacation spot. I know how to make it hot. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Oh, boy. Quick break. Back with that in just a moment. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
All northbound lanes are blocked due to an accident at the intersection where Ronald Reagan Boulevard meets State Road 434. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on Highway 46A heading eastbound at I-4. You can expect delays due to an accident on I-4 eastbound between CR 557 and US 27. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey shoppers, this is your local farmer letting you know that Florida watermelon is in season right now. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo while you shop. We're going to need a lot more help at checkout.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
You probably already know that Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. But now we have a chance for you to earn $5,000. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. However, if you listen to Real Radio on our free iHeartRadio app, you can earn $5,000. Always remember, if you get the call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything? Like your kids' friends.
Hey, boys. How do cows stay informed?
Dad, don't.
They read the Moo paper.
Mr. Otis, you're the funniest. It's good to know where you stand. And when it comes to your FICO credit score, you can with a Wells Fargo account.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getfico to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. FICO is a registered trademark of Fair Isaac Corporation in the United States and other countries. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Today, I'm gonna have a good day because I'm getting one of the new Dunkin' Wraps. They have a chorizo and egg wrap made with chorizo, scrambled eggs, and cheese that will make me forget I had to get up early for a 9 a.m. meeting. Or the chicken and roasted pepper wrap, filled with juicy chicken, roasted peppers, and cheese that will keep me smiling through my usual afternoon lull. Good food from Dunkin' can make any day a good day. New Dunkin' Wraps. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is a land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354, $7 down, $3.99 per month for 84 months, 3.9 APR.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Well, hey there. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. If you missed the announcement earlier, there's a brand new design drop. You can check it out right now for yourself at getskywall.com. Getskywall.com. If you go over there, you can see the two different colors you can get the design in. It's called Last Minute Message is the name of the shirt. Super soft, next level shirts are going to be used for this particular printing, and you get a magnet and a sticker along with it. If you want to support the show, do it now and show off this awesome design. Take just a moment of your time on your phone, your laptop, whatever, and get it while you can at thenewsjunkie.com.
Make sure to get the size right and your address.
Take a moment here, take a breather.
Take a lot longer to get to you.
Get the drop down and select the size that you want, and then make sure you double, triple check your address and whatnot so we can get everything over to you. Quick turnaround on these. And we hope you'll grab yours right now at the News Junkie. Oh, I'm sorry, getskywall.com is where you get that. I was watching this weekend. They did the wrap-up of the YNW Melly case, and this is the rapper on trial down in South Florida for a double murder case. And it's so weird when this happened. It ended in a jury being deadlocked, so it was a mistrial. Like, one member of the jury was like, or at least
really?
one or more members of the jury was like, I'm not changing my mind on this. And they said, okay, we have a mistrial. And I would think that at that point, he would be able to be released or something. But that's not how it works. They're just going to redo the trial all over again. Like, immediately.
Then he serves time.
Yeah. And he's been in prison for a while. Like, he's
not out on bail.
No,
Like, no.
He's been in.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been in for a while now. I forgot exactly how many days, but an insane amount of time he's already been behind bars. And he just now has to go right back through the same process all over again.
That sucks.
And I can't even imagine that. You know, and like, to me, I said it earlier, it looks like the guy looks like he might have done it. It looks like he might have actually killed these people who were his friends. But if you get a mistrial, one would think it'd be like, okay, well, while we get everything together to do this over again, we're going to let you out because we didn't find you guilty of it, right? We didn't find you guilty. We didn't find you innocent either or not guilty. But he has to go right back through everything all over again. Before we hear from you, your dispatches from the News Junkie app, I wanted to run this by everybody because I'm no longer excited. It's been ruined. Been ruined for me.
What happened?
I was fired up and ready to go. I wanted to go to visit this Casa Bonita place near Denver.
Yeah, Casa Bonita.
In Colorado. And the South Park guys bought this place up. It's like a gimmicky little place.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, this will be so exciting. So somebody sent me a link over the weekend to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And I clicked the link, and it's some YouTuber, and he goes to Casa Bonita. And so I said, oh, wow, let me do like a walkthrough, basically.
Ooh, Black Bird's Cave, scary.
and so he walks in the door of Casa Bonita.
Hey,
and
welcome.
He brings you through the whole process. And there's like there's a man bear pig there to greet him. They got the divers that are there, you know.
You got to have the divers.
They've got all the things that are promised. And it looked so cheesy to me. All of it looks so stupid.
But like
and
you're in a
cheesy.
theme park?
I don't know. It just looked so cheesy.
Isn't that the point, though?
Maybe. And like the food did not look very good at all, even though it's supposed to be a lot better than it was.
Well, that, and then their big thing was there's no tipping there.
Yeah, and they're mad about that, actually.
Yeah.
The people who are working there, there's a story about this today, and it says the staff at the restaurant is mad because even though they have a $30 hourly wage and no tipping in the place, they would rather have the tipping in the place. That's what the employees at this Casa Bonita are saying. And the staff of the restaurant in Lakewood, Colorado, sent a letter to Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the owners and managers, on July 12th, outlining a list of demands that gave them a week to respond. Oh, no. We've got a negotiation going on.
Oh, boy.
The 50 employees said they were promised a 40-hour work week when they were hired by Casa Bonita, but because the restaurant is only open from Thursday to Saturday, this has not happened just yet. They asked Parker and Stone to confirm a date for full opening hours, as well as outline a benefits package and reinstate a tip pool structure. So they want tipping at this place. And a bartender says, upon hire at Casa Bonita, they requested I leave a full-time job in order to devote full-time hours to Casa Bonita. That was in March. It's now July, and we've yet to come close to opening our full-time hours. And so I guess they're upset about that. But to me, it just looks so cheesy. And I was like, wow, I feel like I would be let down if I made this trip.
It's made out of them.
I know, but I thought it would be more fun. And it just didn't look that fun.
Just go there and see how it is.
It was giving me south of the border vibes.
Oh, it's giving south of the border?
Yeah, it was giving me vibes of like, you fixed it. The fake plastic trees look better than they did, but there's still fake plastic trees, and it's still like a stupid wishing well that talks to you. And how many times can you see the cave divers do the cave dive before you're like, okay?
Have you ever been to Rainforest Cafe?
That's basically what I thought. I
loved Rainforest Cafe, especially with all the mold.
But Rainforest Cafe with worse food. That's what Casa Bonita looks like when I went on this video tour from this YouTuber.
And there goes our opportunity to live broadcast from there. Thanks.
I still think they'll do fine. I think a lot of people will go. All these people were so excited. The guy was such a nerd that did his YouTube video that he said, a woman came over to me and said, would you like a margarita? Because if you want to upgrade to the margarita, we got to give you this wristband so they know to give you your margarita. And the guy said, I said yes, even though I don't drink and I don't want the margarita, just so I could keep this wristband. And the wristband was literally just like one of those paper ones you get when you go into a club. And it said Casa Bonita on it.
Cool, Casa Bonita wristband.
I'm like, I don't know, man.
Is that one dude still camping out there?
Yeah, I don't know if that guy's still in the parking lot, poor soul. It seems like it's not that awesome. And maybe that's why it closed down to begin with.
What a hater.
I wish they would have done more with, like, put a bunch of South Park stuff. I know they put Man Bear Pig in there, but, like, really go down that direction. Make it like South Park's Casa Bonita.
Maybe they're working on it.
Hopefully. I want more. I need more out of this, damn it. Meanwhile, there's a brand new social media trend that I have to let you know about so that you don't try it, because a lot of people are stupid out there. There's a lot of dumb people in the world.
And we love you, okay? Thanks for listening.
Not the dumb ones. I don't love the dumb ones. You're a hazard to all humanity. Somehow you're able to vote. I don't understand why they decided that would be a good idea. No dumb people should be allowed to vote in this country. I'm going to campaign on that and see if I can get any traction. But for now, we're in this situation. They said there is a new social media trend that's taking off that could be very dangerous for you. People are drinking borax because...
Oh, yeah.
What's the trend? Kill yourself?
That seems like a great idea. The powdery substance is found in laundry detergent and sold on its own as a cleaning product. This is the newfangled version of Tide Pods. Boric acid, a different formulation of the same compound, boron, is also used to kill ants and cockroaches. So why not ingest a little bit of this?
Isn't that what they were putting in weed for a second?
Borax?
I thought so.
I missed that one if that's the case. You should stay away from this stuff, just for the record. It's banned in U.S. food products, but some people on TikTok have falsely suggested adding a pinch of it to their water could reduce inflammation and help with joint pain, or that soaking in the borax bathtub will detoxify the body.
And they got this from?
They just got it. They got it from out there. Several influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok recommended borax in videos, and they've since been taken down. What can this do to you? Well, a lot of things. Borax, if you eat it, can cause, or drink it, can cause stomach irritation and potentially result, this is kind of hilarious, in blue-green vomit or diarrhea if ingested.
Fun.
Yummy.
So just blue-green diarrhea all over the place. Over time, it could cause anemia and seizures, and soaking in borax could cause rashes that make your skin appear as bright pink as a boiled lobster and then your skin
I'm
falls off.
sold. I don't know about you guys.
Skin
I'd love
falls
to be
off
a
after
lobster.
that. So have that borax sip to brighten your day.
It
and-
also makes you king of the castle.
Right, yeah. So it's worth it all
In the
because
casket.
you slowly become Borat as you drink the stuff. Bit
My
by bit,
wife.
sip by sip. Let's go to a couple of dispatchers real quick before we take a break. Here is, oh man, there's a bunch of you chiming in today. Here's Christian Tanky with a dispatch.
Hi, puppies. How are you?
I know you.
This is Juanita Conchita Gonzalez Hernandez Smith. Anyways, well, Josh and I, back before he was married, you know, we used to hold hands all the time when we walked down the streets. However, that's when he was still Pinkman. And, you know, I've been told I have man hands, so he would just hold my pinky.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that's
it.
Bye.
Strong ending. It's very true. Also.
That's all I got for you. Here's I'm Not a Hippie, who has some comments.
All right. Me and my wife have been together 6 years and been married for almost 2 years.
Congrats.
I really don't like holding hands that much, but I'll do it because she wants to. But when she starts swinging our hands while we're walking somewhere,
can't do it.
That's when I stop. It's a little weird. And about making out, you got to make out with your girl sometimes, man. You got to remember what brought you to the dance in the first place. So
Sure.
there's nothing wrong
That's sweet.
with holding hands and some good old-fashioned making out.
Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making out. I'm saying if you see people just passionately making out in public, they're probably not some old married couple. They're probably some new couple.
It's so uncomfortable to see old
fling.
people make out.
Oh,
I'd like
yeah.
to see that.
Yeah, you want to watch that?
I want to watch
I
that.
have a web. Check the link I just sent you. You nasty.
I did learn this weekend that one of the new top performers on OnlyFans is some guy who's making a lot of money right now, and all he does is cover his feet in mayonnaise. And that's the gimmick?
Literally my idea.
That's all he does, and I guess just raking in the money right now. Did we do Cooter Scooter? I don't know if we did this one or not.
Hey, Sean, here's how I look at it.
Me
so,
too.
number one, you only live once. Okay.
YOLO,
And
I believe it's called.
Our time here is so incredibly short that absolutely we're holding hands. End of story.
All right, you do you. I'm not trying to get you to stop holding hands. I think it's fine.
With you, he means.
No, I'm not holding hands with him. No, I'm
With
definitely.
Do you have rough hands, Sean?
No, my hands are nice, smooth hands.
Look at that.
It's one of my
Oh, you don't want people
only
touching
good
them?
assets rather. It's my hands. And even though people say they're small, they're not. They're large, if anything.
For sure.
And just absolutely beautiful. But why would my hands be gritty? Do you see me doing any kind of work that would lead to
That's
the
a very great
gritty
point.
hands?
And I apologize for the statement.
I have no what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing with it. I got a tool in my hand.
You don't know hard work, radio
No,
boy.
that's so true. I got no calluses. My whole body is callus free. Here's
Congrats.
Mr. Slopez chiming in.
My wife and I have been married for almost 4 years now.
Okay, I'm over this.
Dated for 2 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
We still hold hands.
All right.
Yeah, just all the time.
I think that
Actually,
side's
that's
winning right now.
Pretty normal, I think.
Thank you. Here is McDillan Nuggets talking about the Sound of Freedom and the box office stuff.
So the reason the Sound of Freedom keeps getting brought up is like, oh, it's doing so well in the box office. Well, it's because people are buying tickets and then not going. I don't know who's buying it. I don't know if it's the production itself or whatever, but there's plenty of videos online where people go in and they get mad at like, oh, it's all sold out. There's only one seat. And then I got the one seat and I come in and there's nobody in there. So yeah, nobody's actually watching it. They're just trying to make it look like it's a big thing when it isn't.
Yeah,
By buying all the tickets.
I don't think that's true. There is some of that going on. There are people who are buying tickets to gift to other people so that they could go see the movie. But you don't have to pretend like the movie's not actually doing well. It's doing well. It's making a whole bunch of money. And it's bringing to me some of the greatest conspiracy theories that I've heard in quite some time. Yeah. One was somebody said, I just quit my job at the movie theater. And people said, why? And they said, because they were telling me to put this liquid in the drinks of only the people who went to go see the Sound of Freedom movie.
That's a stretch.
They told us at the movie theater, they directed us to put this this liquid into their drink so we could poison them somehow. And I don't know, turn them gay or whatever.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I don't know what it is. Speaking of turning them
I
gay.
knew that formula was different.
Did you guys see the seltzer, the hard seltzer that launched over the weekend?
Gay seltzer?
Yes, it's literally. Hang on.
Let's go.
Let me bring this up. Hang on, because I saw this. I was like, oh, this is
Did Alex Jones' head explode?
This is the other side of like when the right-wing beer company popped up after the Bud Light thing. Hang on, I gotta find this because I tweeted. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. It says, "Gay Water, a new canned cocktail,
I see
wants
what
to
they
be
did there.
the anti-Bud Light," and they've launched this now, and it's literally called Gay Water, and it's like a vodka soda drink. And I think somebody showed some of the marketing where it said, "Oh, here it is." So. In their marketing, it says, "Enjoy 6.1 inches tonight."
Hey.
It's got the size of the can on there. So they're going full force specifically into the Gay Water brand.
Love it.
The whole sparkling drink category is
Gayest thing I've ever heard in
there
society.
is an insane amount of options in that world, including this one now. So if you want some gay
Let's
water,
punch each other and chug White Claws.
how about it? White Claw is fine. You don't hate on White Claw over there. What's your problem with White Claw?
It's just the seltzer stuff.
What's wrong with the seltzer stuff?
Ugh.
Don't you drink seltzers ever?
Ever. Never.
You don't drink.
Never, ever.
What do you drink besides whiskey?
Maybe sometimes a beer just to have something in my hand.
Like you just sip on a beer as
Yeah.
you're okay. So you're more into the shots than anything else.
As a sipper, you know,
Yeah.
I'm an adult about it.
I wouldn't suggest otherwise.
It's called a tasting and it's classy.
I don't
Thank
do that.
you.
I actually don't do that. I go the opposite way. I can't.
You deep throat a bottle of something?
No, I have. Look, here's a problem that I have, and I have this with everything, and it's so annoying, but I can't do anything about it. If you guys pop a cough drop in your mouth, what do you like actually
Oh, you
sit
chew
there?
it?
No, I immediately crunch it. I can't stop myself. I put a cough drop or like like a lollipop or anything in my mouth if this happens. It doesn't
Josh,
happen.
do you suck on it, or do you use your teeth?
I go right for it.
I'm a sucker.
I go right for it. And with a shot, I do the same thing. I can't just go.
There's a lot of people like that, though.
I just
You're not
poof,
alone.
I go for it. And Courtney goes, "What are you doing?" Because I keep doing that thing where it's falling into my lungs. The whiskey keeps. There must be like a gallon of whiskey.
Your flap is messed up.
Yeah, it's the way. It's something that's happening, and the whiskey just keeps pouring into my lungs. I don't know what's happening.
Like a skeleton drinking a beer.
I can't figure it all out. All right, when we come back,
That was a great image.
face keenies are now a thing.
Okay, you know what? I'm done.
I'll explain.
I am done.
It's happening, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
A social media experience that isn't totally toxic. Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is. At Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The right lane is blocked due to an accident on CR 46A heading eastbound at I-4. All northbound lanes are blocked due to an accident at the intersection where Ronald Reagan Boulevard meets State Road 434. You can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking the right lane on Colonial Drive heading westbound at Blueford Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by ViStar Credit Union. Want to make your summer more exciting? Right now, sign up for a ViStar Rewards credit card and get up to 3 points for each dollar spent. Plus, check out the exciting new limited time offer where you could win big. Visit ViStarCU.org/summer to learn more.
Are you feeling tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our state-of-the-art practice offers laser-assisted endodontics and same-day emergency appointments, so you don't need to wait for relief. We also provide easy financing and flexible payment plans. Advanced Endodontics is here for you with 5 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. No referrals are needed. Make an appointment today at IneedaRootCanal.com. That's IneedaRootCanal.com.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Tropi Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Try all the Dunkin' Refreshers, iced coffees, cold brews, and lattes. Dunkin' Iced. America runs on Dunkin'.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Attention business owners, was your company impacted during COVID? If you had W-2 employees during 2020 and 2021, you may be entitled for up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit Program. This is not alone. The IRS paid back billions already. We've helped thousands of businesses just like yours, so let us help you. At ERC Business Solutions, we make it simple. We do it all for you, so you won't have to worry about the complex application process. There's absolutely no risk. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid. Most businesses do qualify, even those with no decline in revenues or those that already got PPP. Discover how much you can claim. There's no cost or obligation. Call now, 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Get up to $26,000 per employee. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by CrimeLine.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Happen? I'm honestly scratching my head. Maybe it's harder than it seems at face value because there's a story today about the Columbus Zoo, so the zoo in Columbus, Ohio. And they said that we've got good news and weird news. The good news is
good news or weird news.
We are now welcoming a new baby gorilla to the zoo. Congratulations, everybody. You did it. The weird news is this. The gorilla.
It's not a gorilla.
The gorilla that gave birth, they thought it was a male gorilla the whole time. And all of a sudden, there was a baby, and they're like, whoa, this is not a male gorilla. This is a female gorilla.
Okay, I thought that was pretty obvious in gorillas.
I would have thought so, too. I would have thought, like, a gorilla had a big old donger, and you could just visually see what was going on.
And female gorillas?
And you would be able to see. Like,
they have boobs.
If it's a bird, I get it. I don't know what birds are. I mean, well,
we don't have time for that.
Technically,
well, they
I
aren't
do.
real.
But I don't know visually, except for with peacocks, because a peahen looks very different than a peacock. I don't know what's a male bird and what's a female bird. You just look at me, see a damn bird, and
cardinals too, though.
Yeah, they're different. No, I don't.
The male cardinal is red,
Uh-huh.
and then the female is the brown one,
Right.
and they mate for life. And then there have been some very rare hybrids of both,
Yeah.
and I need to get out more.
you know a lot about birds these days.
Backyard birds, that's it.
But I guess on a gorilla you can't
Getting
tell.
super laid all the time.
It says a gorilla who zookeepers had thought to be male was only discovered to be female when she was found holding her new baby girl. Zookeepers at the Columbus Zoo in Ohio said in a statement the 8-year-old gorilla Sully, a western lowland gorilla, has lived at the facility with her mother and fellow troop members since 2019. For 5 years, the zoo believed she was a male. And they said it's hard to tell the sex of younger gorillas. Until about age 8, males and females are about the same size, and they don't have prominent sex organs. So they just had no clue.
Okay.
And I think it might be a little more rare with something like a gorilla that they're spending a lot of time so close that they would be able to examine that. They don't want to, if they can help it, get that close with these things.
Get punched in the head.
Oh my God. You see these, like when they're full grown, these gorillas, holy cow, it is something
Scary.
to behold. And they are, it doesn't matter what their size is in comparison to humans, they're like all muscle. Like every bit of them is jacked, just completely strong. But little baby is now welcomed into the zoo. They got a free gorilla out of things. And Sully and the infant, they didn't even give the damn thing a name.
Gorilla 2.5x12.
That is really
That's
rude.
Elon Musk gorilla name.
They should have given this thing an actual name, but maybe at some point in time they'll do that.
Hirambe.
All right, face keenies are a thing, folks. This is happening out there. The face keenies are taking off, and this is all because there are a lot of people in China that are really burning up at the beach. It's hot in China just like it's hot here. I don't know that I'm going to take to doing this, but just so you know what these suckers look like, here's a peek of what people are wearing in China to the beach.
Terrifying.
It's like Voldemort.
It's like a full head wrap that
You're going to walk
tucks
into the
in,
bank like that?
and all you see is your eyes and nose holes and then the mouth. That's all that goes through. It covers up everything else. It's even more than what are the other things? I forgot what they call them. Like a robber would wear. Is it a baklava? Yeah. Baklava, one of those things.
Ski mask?
Like that.
Ski mask in American words.
But it's made for the people who want to get away from the sun and the damage that can be done out in the
I
sun.
just don't see myself being able to breathe
No,
with that
it
on.
seems like it would feel very weird having all this on. She's like covered
It's ridiculous.
head to toe, and then she even has the goggles.
I'd rather accept a little bit of skin cancer.
Me too. I'd take a little bit over this.
Let's
A
go.
little bit
You
of
didn't wear
cancer.
any of this kind of stuff on your cruise? You
No,
get out there?
I went full on
You put
chest
sunscreen
out.
on, though, right?
A little bit.
Josh.
I put sunscreen on when we went for a walk this weekend, and
Whoa, crazy guy.
I hated
Crazy.
it. I don't like sunscreen.
It feels gross.
It's not great, but the spray on is fine, and it's going to help you out in the future because
know.
there's nothing that I've come to know more than all this damage I've done to my skin because of not wearing sunscreen.
It's
in the past.
bad. It's really bad to
You
do
have
that.
very, very fair skin, both of you.
I'm
How
working on
dare
it.
you? I'm tan.
My head is getting
Look.
more tan. It's hard to tell because my head is usually kind of reddish, but but don't squint your eyes and look at me like that. But if you see the difference,
Is there
can you
like an
see it?
Instagram filter we could throw
Oh,
on?
Can you see it?
wow.
It's
Oh
You're
my God,
a redneck.
Sean. Go get a tan on the rest of your body.
What am I
Don't ever
supposed
do
to
that
do?
again.
That's how everybody is. Are you like that?
No, look, it's even.
No,
Yeah, he
it's
just
I can
gets
see
you
it.
can totally see that.
It's not as bad as mine, but I could definitely see it. I'm trying to get it on my legs. I can't direct the sun. It only wants to kill me on my head for some reason.
Lay upside down.
I might try.
Yeah, have you considered walking on your hands?
Yeah, I might. It's a really
Throw up.
impressive move.
Simple idiot.
All right, don't forget, friends, the new design drop is out there and ready for you. Go over to getskywall.com. Getskywall.com. You can see it. I'll bring it up here for those of you on the stream. It's the last-minute message shirt. It comes in blue and red. Blue is way more popular right now. Blue is popping off. Red is just trying to catch up. It's got a great message on it, a great design, and the News Junkie on the phone that this woman is on. It's awesome. Plus, it comes with the Ant Farm magnet and the This Week in Florida sticker. It's on a next level shirt, and it's a great way for you to support the show. So while you can get them, make your way over to getskywall.com. That's get, G-E-T, Skywall, S-K-Y-W-A-L-L, getskywall.com. All right, we can work in some dispatches here just for a moment or two. Then we're going to get ready for jury duty and a lot more that we got to work in before the show wraps up today. Here is Chaos chiming in.
Hey, Sean, you know that whole guy that's on, the Mayo guy with his feet?
Yeah.
You might want to retract that statement. That was a YouTube video, somebody making some funny stuff up.
What? You were the one who said it.
News junkie, huh?
Pranked.
Huh?
He pranked me then.
So pranked.
He said there's somebody on OnlyFans that just puts mayonnaise on their feet, and I took him for his word. You are a liar, Chaos.
So I guess you'll never be trusted again.
No, and I was gonna give you the frowny face, but I can't bring myself to do it just yet. Here's Funny Book Boy with a dispatch.
Man, the amount of disrespect towards film. I mean, come on, guys. Back in the day, when we didn't have CGI, we had to get fish bowls or fish tanks and throw some explosives and little fragments of magnets and this and that just to get a convincing effect. Like, look back at Indiana Jones or Back to the Future and all these
I don't
other,
like Indiana Jones.
Ghostbusters even.
That
had
is
miniatures. That's how they did Oppenheimer, is they had a miniature, but they call it a bigature because it's just a little bit
A bigature? I've never heard of that
sounds
before.
like bigotry.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
better than what a normal miniature is for movies. So that's how they created the explosion. Is they've created a miniature desert, miniature to scale, and then they just blew some stuff up.
Yeah, I understand.
cool.
I think it's
But you get it's like a miniature thing. And then they
or a
do it to
bigature.
Scale.
Sometimes it's a bigature.
And a largature.
Here's Roberto with a dispatch.
The influencer from the barracks? Why the influencer doesn't drink in front of everybody and see what happens? Instead of promoting to everybody else to do it. Otherwise, you know what? Take them to jail and close their account.
All right, thank you, Roberto.
I'm done.
Appreciate the dispatch. Thanks for joining us on the show. You could be next. He's not wrong. These people are stupid for drinking borax. It's a really, really dumb thing to do. And Bootsy Moonshine on YouTube says, wait, is it Oppenheimer or Oppenheimer? I don't know.
Oppenheimer.
Everybody's changing it up. Everybody says it different
I
ways.
tell you, I've still no idea what it's about.
Oh, it's about the guy who came up with the nuclear bombs.
J. Robert Oppenheimer.
The Manhattan Project, right? Yeah,
it were.
He was the guy. Is Albert Einstein
The
in
Big
this
Apple.
movie?
Yes.
Yeah, because Albert Einstein was on that team too. And then they all realized that they created something that was really bad afterwards. They were like, wait.
Oopsie daisy.
Was this a good idea? We probably should have done this. Smart guys, but, the legacy of that's a little different. People in Japan, I don't know if they're going to flock to see this movie. People who are located not in the United States of America, but actually over in a place called Japan.
Japan!
Nailed it. Are going to probably be less likely to enjoy this movie. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, jury duty. We have to get to this story about a poor woman who worked at Lowe's and she is being left behind. We must fight for her. What's happening? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Golf has become a distance-driven game, but it's the old saying, drive for show and putt for dough is still relevant. Brian Harmon is a perfect example of that. He ranks 142nd in driving distance this year, but he displayed excellent touch around the greens on his way to securing the claret jug. With analytics now in play, the long ball won't be going anywhere, but it was a reminder when it comes to golf, precision's still king. I'm Dan Patrick. From the versatile EQB to the sublime EQS sedan, Mercedes-Benz makes electric extraordinary. The vehicle's all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is yours. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQ.
When you go to GimmeTheVin.com, we treat you like a customer, not a number. We pay the most, we pay fast, and we take care of you because you're our customer. And that's why our reviews are awesome.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, or Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
It pays to listen. Open your free iHeartRadio app and listen to this station to be entered to win $5,000. Each day you come back to listen on the iHeartRadio app is another entry. The more you listen, the more chances you have to win. Download the free iHeartRadio app for access to winning like never before.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like, ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
The fresh scent of Irish Spring and those sensational Irish Spring suds are just the reset you need to own the day. Irish Spring. When the spring hits you, you're ready. Pick up Irish Spring at your local retailer today.
Just a moment. I want to come to the defense of a Lowe's worker who has been wronged by the world. But before that, let's get into something that I saw a bunch of really stupid people arguing about over this weekend. And it's not the Barbie movie this time. It's not that.
Oh, thank God.
I think that's all sorted out and ready to go. And I think it's just really, really, really stupid people who are flaming about that one on Twitter. This one is, they pulled up this video because right now, the World Cup Women's Tournament is underway.
Yeah, baby.
And people were sharing this video, and it shows the U.S. women's team at the World Cup, and they're playing the national anthem, and they're like, you see this? These women are all unpatriotic. They hate America. They're not even singing along with the national anthem. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I didn't know that was part of the thing. I didn't know that everybody had to sing along. They're all standing there. Nobody's taking a knee, right? I get when you're like pissed off, they're disrespectful, they're taking a knee. Everybody's standing, right? The camera goes down the line. I think I've got some of this here. You can just see them as the camera goes down the line. They haven't started it yet. But some of them have their hands on their hearts. Some of them do not. Some of them are just standing.
It's not required.
But they're like,
the children aren't singing either. Jesus.
They're like, nobody's singing the national
There's a
anthem.
team of terrorists?
Have you guys been to an event where they played the national anthem and you sing along? I never sing along.
I have. I like to hit the harms once in a while.
It's
but
usually drunk people
But
singing.
it's not usually, I don't see players ever singing along because they pan right in front of their face.
Yeah, usually they
but
sit
of
there with,
course, it's the Women's World Cup that they have a problem with.
If it's a baseball team, the baseball team takes their hats and they usually like put it over their heart or whatever, but they don't sing along to the song.
You might see like a mouth movement.
I never see people like just belting this out. Somebody else is doing the singing. You're listening to somebody or they're playing the thing. Like when we did that at the Ultimate Pinewood Derby event, I don't think, maybe some people did sing along, but I don't think that's like a thing. It's like,
I made everyone sing along. I need your help, people.
There are layers
Come on,
to how patriotic you are. It's like, if you're on your knee, woo, buddy, you hate America.
You don't take off your damn hat. And sometimes it's really hot outside, and there's a reason why you're wearing a hat, because your hair is not prepared for the humidity. And you don't want to take off your damn hat.
They're doing everything. I don't know if some of these women aren't fond of America. Maybe they are. I don't know, but
They're just standing there as they should.
This is no evidence of it. It's just people standing, many of them, or less than half of them with their hands over their hearts, but everybody else is standing up as the national anthem plays. It's like, not enough. Not enough. Now we need you to sing it at the top of your lungs, and God forbid you screw up a word. That, right to prison. Right to prison if you screw up a word.
Right to the gulag.
Oh, you're out of here.
What?
You're locked away. You're done for.
By the night's early lights?
Yo, it's two strikes there. Mark on YouTube says half the people are getting beers or are in the can during the anthem at ball games.
In the can.
That's the weirdest thing. Like, imagine watching this on TV. All right, you're sitting on your ass on the couch watching this on television, and you go, "Ooh, they're not singing along." And
Mamma mia, Mamma
wait,
mia.
but you're not singing along. Well, yeah, but
You're not paying attention.
You're not even standing up. You don't have your hand over your heart.
I bet some people do.
They're steps ahead of you. I know. I think Jim Colbert does that. If he still does that, he's very dedicated to the country. But
thank you for your service.
Most people just kind of watch this. That's fine. That's how we interact with it. And this is nothing bad at all to me. I don't believe it. BDMX Con says no one is mad about this. Absolutely, yes. There are people.
Now,
who
do
on
they
social
all look
media
the same,
have
Sean?
posted this. What do you mean?
Do they all look like
Here she
middle-aged
goes.
white
Here
dudes?
she goes. She's going after the white guys.
What's going to happen? Nothing?
Nothing, because it's the only class of people you can go after. Boom. There you go. It's the only
Good
group
one,
of people
Ben
that you can go after
Shapiro.
with impunity, right? Ben Shapiro's right on that one. In this case,
Okay.
it was all sorts of different people. I don't remember all the people. I just see the avatars online mostly. But they were like, "Oh my God, this is so unpatriotic," and oh man, it's just a waste of breath. Well, between that and the Barbie thing, I was like, everybody's takes are rubbish right now. These are really embarrassing.
Are you excited for the election? I
No,
am.
nope. I'm not really excited about that, and I don't look forward to anything that's going to happen between now and then in the world of politics. I'd rather go to Casa Bonita than live through this, but we still have to. All right, let's go over to it. Hang on. Let me put this down here, put this over here, and let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, the amazing Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. When you need an attorney, you have lots of options. You know this. I tell you this all the time. Make a smart decision, and what you can do is just call Mo, and he's going to listen to you, hear your story out, and he's going to fight for you against the insurance companies. Not going to settle as fast as he can just to try to get on to the next person, to treat you like a human being. You deserve that. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE. BDMP says, when the Canadian national anthem plays at a sporting event, are you supposed to stand? I don't know that I've encountered that very many times.
No, because I'm not a goddamn mountain communist.
I don't know that I've run into that before.
Well, I'm surprised, like, in certain, like, at least with soccer games,
Mhm.
there's a part where through the night and everyone's like, Knights!
Right.
And I think that's a nod to UCF. Is that considered offensive?
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
That's not how it was intended when it was written hundreds of years ago.
You don't
What
mess
if it
with that.
was, though?
The other thing that I see is where people get mad at this stuff, they never have like an end to all the things you have to do to where if you've checked off those boxes, you're now officially patriotic. Like, I don't know if you get a sticker or something when you get to the...
You get a certificate.
Like, did that person stand up? Yeah, check. Okay, good. Did they have their hand over their heart? Okay, check. Did they have a hat on? Oh my God! You know,
Are they painted from head to toe and glitter?
Right. You need more. You have to.
But as long as their hat's off, patriotic.
Body paint of an American flag. You have to have that because
Did they throw up on themselves later on?
all
Well,
of this
patriotic.
stuff is really stupid, and people just make this stuff up as they go. All right, here we go. There's a story about a Lowe's employee in Georgia that is being wronged, I believe. This woman was fired. You could probably see where this is going because we've heard a bunch of these stories. This Lowe's employee saw that there were some people who came into the store, and they grabbed a shopping cart. They filled the shopping cart with $2,101 worth of merchandise. It was Jamar Lawton and Joseph Berry. Those were the two people who did this. And then she, when they were trying to leave, she grabbed one of their carts, and she's like, "What are you doing? You guys haven't paid." And these guys just pushed past her, and she had her hand on the cart for a second, and then the guys punched her in the face.
Oh.
She ended up with a swollen and blackened eye, and she was hurt.
I love my meat like that.
They punched her 3 times in the face, and then they left, okay? She was fired for grabbing the shopping cart, which
Are
they
you
say
serious?
is a violation of their policy. And they said their policy for handling shoplifters is meant to keep customers and employees safe. And this woman ends up getting fired. She's 68 years old, the lady. 68-year-old Donna Hansborough. And this happened at this Lowe's location in Georgia. And again, I keep doing this every time it happens until these companies stop being stupid like this. Your employee is not, you should tell them not to like chase down after them. Don't leave the store. Don't go running after them.
Yeah.
But do like Target security, they don't get in trouble. Like that zero
maybe they're
tolerance policy
allowed
is-
to. I don't know. Because I think Target security will follow you.
I think security can follow, but regular employees can't because then it's a liability issue.
Sure. And I get it. And you don't want them to like try to fight anybody and you don't want them to chase them out of the parking lot. But if a 68-year-old woman puts her hand on a shopping cart where somebody's about to steal $2,000 worth of stuff and you fire her, that is stupid. That is a bad outcome.
Mm-hmm.
All the bad people win. None of the good people win. It's a bad outcome. And this is not something that they should be doing. But they just go, nope, it's zero tolerance. That's how we work around here. And on and on and on we go. When we come back, a woman wants to tell us something very, very personal to her.
Yeah.
We're going to listen, but I don't think you're going to like it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
The right lane is blocked due to an accident on the Greenway heading northbound at Landstar Boulevard. The right lane is blocked on Colonial Drive heading westbound at Bluford Avenue. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 heading eastbound at Conway Road, exit 13. You can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Ready to get a price on your metal roofing project? Complete the Get a Quote form on Tri-County Metals website at TriCountyMetals.com. Getting a quote for your new metal roof has never been faster or easier. Get started at TriCountyMetals.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
My fellow Americans, R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. I think it's high time we celebrate. To help you relieve stress and start having fun again. It's time to let freedom ride and break free from your old ride. And declare your independence in a nicer, newer car for just $7 down. Have you been feeling put down, fed up, or just plain tired? Then it's time to let freedom ride. So keep your cash and drive a new 23 Outlander for just $7 down. All RC Hill Mitsubishis include a lifetime limited warranty. Even if you've heard no in the past, America is the land of opportunity. And I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today. So kick your old ride to the curb and let freedom ride for just $7 down. But hurry, this celebration ends soon. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Get free at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$7 down with RC approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Example, stock number N12354. $7 down, $3.89 per month for 84 months. 3.9 APR.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, and irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Order your Hummer EV at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Get to your dispatches from the News Junkie app in just a moment. You can join us on the show with ease. It's really a good time, and we won't be mean at all to you, I promise you. You go to thenewsjunkie.com and just follow the directions, record your dispatch, and send it on over. Slick's back at the studio, our good friend Slick. Slick, are we allowed to share the story you told us during the break, or is that off the record? Or
no, that's cool. He knows the drill.
That's all right, good. So
Sean will ask you permission on the air.
Slick was talking about the story. Well, you could always say no. Just say no if you don't want me to say this, but otherwise. Slick says, about the Lowe's employee who put her hand on this guy's cart who was trying to steal a bunch of stuff, and the guys punched her like 3 times, hurt the lady, and then she got fired by Lowe's because they said, you just let him go. Just let him go out of here. And Slick was like, I have an experience like that. And where were you working again?
I was working at Value Pawn. I had just came out of the military, and I was looking for work in finance, but I couldn't really find one right away, and I got hired by Value Pawn.
Yeah, those places are not the places to steal from, all right? Just know that. People who run pawn shops are not the places to steal from. It doesn't matter which one it is. Do you remember what the person tried to steal?
So he walks in. First of all, he looked very shifty, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to stereotype, but he looked very, very shifty.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's like, I want to see some jewelry. So we go over to the jewelry case and he starts pointing out like chains and rings and stuff like that. And I just asked him, like, what's the occasion? Like, what are you looking at rings and stuff for? And he's like, oh, I just feel like I need to treat myself. So I was like, okay, all right, cool. I mean, you're dressed like somebody who can't afford the rings in the bubble machine, but okay.
Judgy, Slick, very judgy.
I mean,
always judge Slick. That's what you should do. we gotta get out there in this world, and we gotta judge to keep ourselves alive. You saw this guy. You knew this guy was shifty, and guess what? He was shifty. You were right about it.
Absolutely. So I hand him this. I already had rings on the counter, and I hand him this chain, and he's kind of looking at the chain, and then he kind of looks at me, and he looks at the chain, and he looks at me, and in my head, I'm like, don't you do it. Don't you do it. And all of a sudden, he just bolts. He grabs everything on the counter, and he takes off running. So I, like an old Starsky and Hutch episode, hop over the counter.
He's on the move.
He's on the move. and I run right out the door. And as I'm running after him, there's a fence. And this used to be that value pawn. I don't know if you're familiar over there by Paramore. It's like, I think there was like a barbecue place like right next to it. I don't know what it is now, but he bolts, and I'm going.
Value barbecue now.
Yeah, it's probably
Pawn BQ.
Might not be real meat. Anyways, we're running, and I get to the fence, and he goes to bolt over the fence, and as he's doing that, I just grab him by the ankle and I pull him back down. And I don't know what came over me, Sean, Sabrina. Maybe rage. I don't know what came over me. I just start beating the guy. I just start beating him for making me run, for making me get my nice dress shirt sweaty. I'm running across this parking lot, so I'm beating on him. All of a sudden, one of my coworkers comes out. This guy's name was Angel. I wish I knew where he was now. He's mad
Heaven.
cool.
Oh my God, Jesus!
His name's Angel.
Whoa.
My bad.
And he comes out and he kind of just grabs my arm and he's like, okay, I'm going to hold him down. Go call the police. You need a break. So I run inside and I call the cops and they come out and they just thought it was the coolest thing ever that I just came out of the military and just starts beating ass.
Good cops are like, oh, you kicked his ass. Nice.
You did overseas, man?
Did you notice that guy looks real shifty? That's what I said. I said shifty. You don't mess with pawn shops, man. You don't mess with Slick either, apparently. I would say on your good side, Slick.
No, I'm a different person now, Sean.
Yeah.
I know. You seem like a lover, man.
Yeah, he holds hands.
Are you single?
No, I am not, because apparently I had to go through extensive therapy to learn that holding hands is okay, Sean.
Okay.
It's just
I
fine.
was gonna ask you. So
And his girlfriend is a lovely, lovely woman.
When you're out in public, you guys are just holding hands, sauntering around?
I mean, not all the time. There's times that, but it's like a feeling, right? Like you just know when it's okay, and you just know when it's like, okay, stay over there.
I don't have that feeling.
Don't touch me.
Gotta go to therapy.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I got to learn some things here. All right, thank you, Slick. We love you.
No problem.
He's holding down the HQ there. If you try to break into iHeart, he's going to get you. He's going to chase you out to that fence.
Right by the ankles.
And get you, pull you right off that damn thing.
Oh, no, wait. Value Pawn paid more, so I don't know about that.
Oh,
Take that, iHeart.
Pay Slick more money.
Got him. There's a story that I was talking about before the break that came out, and I said, maybe this is the case, and maybe this is true, but why do people who are in this position feel the need to tell everybody about it? There's literally an article out today in the New York Post that says, I have an ugly gnome baby. That offends some mothers, but my son is loved. And they write...
Celine, if you're listening, please pull that. Thank you.
They write an article about how ugly their baby is, or was in this case, and how there's nothing wrong with saying that from a mother's perspective. And they said, when Emily Cresson, a 31-year-old mom from England, gave birth to her son Isaac, it was
Look
love
at
at
this
first
crumpet.
sight. But it wasn't until later she went through old pictures and realized he actually looked more like a garden gnome than a bona fide baby boy. She says he was so funny looking and definitely not the most attractive baby in the world. I was clearly blinded by motherly love at the time. And they were talking about how this little kid was ugly when he was younger. And the mom is like publicly talking about this on social media and in the newspaper.
I mean, I have, I think one of my most well worked on stand-up jokes is about my fear of having an ugly child, and it's not
that is a fear.
Not necessarily that I would love that ugly child any less, but it's like I am not ready for the deceit of the public,
Right.
because we have all looked into the parents' eyes of a fugly baby and lied to them.
And nobody dare say, "Oh God, what is this?
What's that thing gonna?
That kid's an abomination."
Is that gremlin walking yet?
I couldn't bring myself to do it, even if the baby was really ugly. I would not say. I wouldn't lie. They just go.
No, you like, oh,
I'd be like,
great
"Mom."
legs.
Yeah. You have to say something.
That kid's got legs for days.
Have you ever seen the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where
What's the deal?
Larry David gets in trouble at the people's house at the pool because he compliments their little baby, and he goes, Larry David goes, "Look at the penis on that kid."
Okay. Okay. That's so fun. I'm gonna have to watch that episode.
It is hilarious. You understand.
No, I know, I do. I mean, I believe where it could be funny in that case, but the clip is going to be even funnier during the next episode tomorrow.
He says, he's like, "Wait, what are you talking about? You guys are going to pretend like this is not a thing right here?" And nobody wanted to admit the thing that was right in front of their eyes, but Larry David was the bravest one who would be willing to do it.
Brave.
He would call a baby ugly. He would absolutely do it, but nobody else wants to do that, and I can understand why, except for this mom.
But it's like the ugliest babies get posted the most.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm just like, ugh,
This mom,
please mute for a week.
Emily Crisson took to a parenting group on Facebook to share her hilarious revelation and old pictures of her child, now 3 years old, but was met with mixed reactions, including critics who slammed her for the insensitive description of Isaac's babyhood. "If you'd have given him a fishing rod and a little hat, he could have passed for a garden gnome," she said. "But he grew into his face, and he's so different now, he's a proper little cutie." Always think about, this, and this happened to me. I don't know what happened. When I was younger, I was a better-looking human being. From there, it just kind of, the wheels
You
fell
looked
off.
at your baby picture and you're like, that's a good-looking baby.
I was a cute little baby. You seen the picture of me on the train? I was a cute baby. And even like as a young fella.
Warthog.
When I was a young warthog, I was a good-looking young kid.
When he was a young warthog.
I got so many times.
Highlighted tips and all.
This is not a humble brag, but many, many times when I was younger, I would get the line that later I would look back on and go, "Oh, man, that was kind of creepy." People would say, "Oh, you're going to be a heartbreaker when you grow up." Or there's like a lot of variations of that
Highly
line.
uncomfortable.
You're like,
you better watch out for her.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
going to be a whore.
Yeah, she's going to be stealing hearts and, but all this stuff that you say. You
And I
go,
go, why is this grown man complimenting a child?
basically, you're saying to a child, you're like, "Damn, you're going to be hot when you get older," which is such a weird.
in that context.
I was playing soccer. I think I was in like 5th grade. And the disgusting referee was like, "God," he looks at me and goes, "God, I wish you were 30 years older."
Oh, my God.
And I go, "Okay, so you're 60 and saying this to a 10-year-old?
Is he in
He was
prison
fired.
now?
He was fired.
He was fired for
immediately.
that?
I mean, I went, like, we didn't understand what was going on, but we
Yeah.
all like, what did he just say? And went and told, like, a parent about it. And
You
she-
ratted him out? Unbelievable. Snitches get stitches.
I'm going to take
I will
the
take the
hardline
stitches
approach
versus
here.
a pedophile.
And
Thank you, Sean.
Always rat on pedophiles.
Yeah.
We don't know 100%.
Yeah, I'm like 99.999% sure he was a creep.
Well, no, creep, yes. Creep, I'm definitely signed on for creep. But
You don't know for sure he was a pedophile?
we don't know 100%.
Saying that to a 10-year-old?
I think it's a red flag, and it's quite a
I
large
would say
red
like
flag.
the biggest red flag possible.
It's probably not a good thing to say. Let's go over to some of your dispatches.
Yeah.
Let's see what you have on your mind. Lots of people are saying things. Florida Cowboy is talking about Casa Bonita. I said I watched this walkthrough this weekend. It was a letdown. It looked like it was just so underwhelming, the whole place. But maybe I had my expectations too high. Here's Florida Cowboy.
Nobody ever goes to Casa Bonita for food. That was never the case. You knew going in, the food was going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
You went there for unlimited sopapillas, watch some cave divers, go get lost in Black Bart's cave,
Mm-hmm.
and then play video games and maybe take an old-time photo. Anything that they've done is a way big improvement. I'm sure the food is 100 times better than what they originally had. So I look forward to going to Casa Bonita next summer when I go home to visit my family. I just have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's
wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
sopapillas. Is that what they're called?
Sopapillas.
Sopapillas? No, they look delicious in the video. I saw them eating
It's just
it.
fried dough.
I'm just saying, and I know this might seem radical or wrong to many of you.
This more radical than the statement you just had 45 seconds
Which
ago?
one? I say all kinds of things. This is a long show. I have all kinds of things to say.
The referee.
In this case, the video that I watched this weekend that made me more excited to go to a place than Casa Bonita was somebody did a walkthrough of a Margaritaville resort. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. It's Eddie Burback, I think is his name, a YouTuber. And he went to every single Margaritaville in the United States and Canada over like a couple of weeks or whatever. He went to all these places. And as he's going to them, he goes to one of the Margaritaville resorts. I think it was in the state of Florida, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I was like, these are so stupid. Who would ever want to go to one of these? And they show some of the stuff they have, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And there was one thing where I think there was supposed to, like previously there may have been a casino or something. And so there was this room with this giant open floor where they would have casino games and stuff. But when they turned it into a Margaritaville, they weren't going to have the casino stuff. So they turned it into like the biggest arcade you've ever seen in your life. Imagine going out onto the casino floor at a casino, but everything is every arcade game you could ever think of. And I go, that seems more fun than Casa Bonita to me. Now, I don't want the stupid cliff divers. It's cool for a second, but then after that, I don't know. I think you lose faith in it.
You hate the divers, yeah.
And I thought the weird thing is watching that video, the cliff divers are like really good. Like they must be collegiate divers that then they specifically have to hire these people. And they
Just go in shifts.
Now your job is
cliff diving.
Every 15 minutes you jump off the cliff here at Casa Bonita.
Right.
This is how you saw your career going, I'm sure. Here's Tater Hog talking about a missing dog.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey!
Happy whatever today is. Monday, I guess. Mm-hmm. Hey, so I just got a quick question about Sean was talking about the lost dogs and all that stuff.
Right.
A friend of mine, his sister brought him a dog. Said she didn't want it, so she told him she found it, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Well, I started seeing posters all around the neighborhood, all around the city, whatever. And, I looked onto the person's profile. Turns out they were a dog breeder. And, that was one of its spawns. And they just had like 10 or 12 of these dogs running around so they can grow them and breed them.
Oh, somebody stole it, I guess. I don't know what he's talking about. Tater Hog, thank you for the dispatch.
Dang old dog.
Much appreciated. I couldn't hear you very well, though. You got to work on that part of things. Let's work in one good one. This is going to be a gem. I believe in you. Damn it. You're probably going to let me down, aren't you? Eskimo brother, here we go.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Happy National Tequila Day.
Oh,
is it?
All right.
Day today.
Grab
you
it.
guys are doing great today. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
And for sure, Sabrina, man, that referee that was talking slick to you, definitely pedophile all day, every day.
Thank you.
You remember his name?
No. God, it was too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was very young.
I mean,
single digit age.
I did in middle school. We did have a teacher who turned out to be that, got in trouble.
Pedophile.
Yeah. It was in the news and everything. I've talked about it on the show before, I think, but it was Crestwood, the school, and there was one teacher. And the weirdest thing in the world was, I remember when the news came out, nobody was surprised because everybody had heard stories about this guy, and I was like, well, then why did it go on for this long? If everybody was like, oh,
Catholic
that's no
school?
surprise. No, it's just regular public school. And like this big dude who would have everybody come over and wash his car and pay him money
I
and
do remember
stuff.
this story.
And,
Yeah.
Like, there was all these red flags, and everybody's like, "Hey, isn't this creepy? Isn't this creepy?" And they're like, "If we all thought this was creepy, why didn't we say something
Because
earlier?"
we made a whole $10.
Yeah, we ended up just
had
going
to show our nipples.
No, I think he would give weed to people too. I think
Oh, cool
He
guy.
would get you with the drugs and the monies.
Yeah.
and-
Classic Harold Kid Lover.
That's how it goes. All right, there is a story
Anyways.
out of Arkansas about a psychiatrist that is in big trouble, and this is pretty wild, actually. Former patients of an Arkansas psychiatrist named Brian Hyatt are coming forward. What are they accusing him of? False imprisonment, right? They said William Van Wy is one of 26 former patients who have
Why?
filed the lawsuit against this guy, claiming the false imprisonment thing. He said, I asked to leave every day for the last 3 days I was there, and they would not let me leave. You're scared and you're under this rock of power. They said he checked himself into this place, but had to obtain a court order to finally be released after 5 days. And so they showed some video footage of this doctor going into his office, and they said what he would do essentially was when people checked themselves in, no matter what, he would keep them there for as long as he possibly could. So they're saying, I want to go. I want to be let out. I want to go home. And he would keep them there because
Billable hours?
Yes, because Medicare paid more money. And so he had all these people
you can't
locked
hold
in
people
rooms.
against their will.
100% you can't. Yeah, he's like absolutely
That's
in trouble for this.
insane.
But he was like locking them into these things, basically imprisoning them. That's why they're accusing him of false imprisonment. He was doing that so he could bill as much as possible. One person alone, the Van Wy guy, his insurance was billed $15,000 for his hospital stay. So you get 5 different rooms, you got these people locked up. Then when you set them free afterwards, you either say, hey, I wasn't allowed to legally release you, or you go, nobody's going to believe these people. They're crazy anyhow. They were checked into this facility. And I think that's what he was trying to do to get away with things here. But I thought that was absolutely frightening. And I'm sure they've got a good case on their hands there. When we come back, Jamie Foxx is finally talking. How is he doing? Is he hanging in there? Has he got it all together? We're going to find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic heading northbound on Florida's Turnpike between Oakland Exchange and Scrub J Lane. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking the right lane on the Greenway heading northbound at Landstar Boulevard, exit 14. The right lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 50, Colonial Drive heading westbound at Blueford Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. A big congrats to last week's winner, Aaron. Now, the first person that answered this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. What is as light as a feather but cannot be held for 10 minutes by even the strongest men alive? What is as light as a feather but cannot be held for 10 minutes by even the strongest men alive? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. If you don't win today's riddle, don't you worry. You got another shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted best downtown Orlando restaurant 2 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations with my full-hearted recommendation, go to Maxine'sOnShine.com.
Get your tickets now
at AXS.com
for our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Storm season is here, and Duke Energy is ready. With innovative technology and new ways to reroute power to help prevent outages in all kinds of weather. We're strengthening our systems, ready to restore power quickly and safely, while keeping you informed about outages with text and email alerts. It's all part of building a smarter energy future for you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer for a reason. We don't sell your leads to anyone else like the rest of our competitors. You're our customer. We handle our customers right, and that's why we're America's best car buyer. You're not going to get harassed by a bunch of different people selling your information. GiveMeTheVin.com dominates. Why? Because we take care of our customers. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler. Like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truest One checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Pro Football Hall of Famer and three-time champion. Trust me, I know about joint pain.
Pro Football's all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith talks about chronic joint pain and exciting new regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics.
I know what it's like to fight through pain, but now, you and I, we have help. QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in advanced, all-natural regenerative medicine that can give you lasting relief with no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. Do you suffer with constant pain from arthritis or injury? Pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or lower back? Don't assume steroids, pain meds, and surgery are your only options. Regenerative, restorative, natural solutions are now available.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love.
Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation and learn how regenerative medicine can repair and restore damaged joint tissue.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 689-244-7980. That's 689-244-7980. In Orlando, Winter Park, and the Villages, 689-244-7980.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Try new extra charge Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Available for a limited time, so try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
Hi, I'm Sridhar.
And I'm Aarti. We have spent the last 20 years building and working at some of the largest companies in the world. We worked with some remarkable people. Rob McElhenney.
When I see the people of Wrexham, I grew up exactly like them, and I think that transcends culture.
Check out the Aarti and Sriram Show. That is AARTHI and SRIRAM Show.
Listen to the Aarti and Sriram Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thanks for sending your dispatches. We'll get to more of those in just a moment. Jamie Foxx is miraculously better, it seems, or at least
Yay.
somewhat better.
He's a Jamie miracle.
And I watched his new movie over the weekend. I watched that They Cloned Tyrone movie, which
Funny?
Courtney and I had seen the previews for this about 2 months ago, I think. And I was like, oh, this is a good premise for a movie. And we watched this weekend. It was good. It wasn't the best thing I've seen, but it was good. It was funny.
Not in the theaters. Like it was
No.
made for streaming service.
I think it was on Netflix, but I'm not positive.
Yes.
It was on Netflix, yeah. And like it seemed like a really well done movie. It didn't look cheap or anything. And they had a decent cast. But the character that Jamie Foxx plays, he plays a pimp in the movie, and he's funny as hell. There's a whole bunch of like comedic relief from his character.
The whole thing, was he in the middle of filming that when everything happened?
No, he was in the middle of filming another movie with Cameron Diaz.
Oh, and that was her first thing
yes,
back.
her first film back in a very long time. And then something happened to him, and now he's back, and he's been talking about this, but I think he's still kind of being a little cagey about what it was that happened here. Let me see if I can pull up the video of him talking about this. Jamie Foxx posted it on his Instagram, I believe.
What up, fam?
He says he went to Hell and Back, and he didn't want people to see him in the condition that he was in because he didn't want to be remembered like that. Here's the
so he thought he was
video.
going to die.
Yeah, it sounds like that. All right, here he is. Right here. Hang on. Why isn't this?
To everybody that's
Please don't curse.
prayed, man, and sent me messages, I cannot even begin to tell you
Slick back.
how far it took me and how it brought me back.
Thank God.
I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man.
See,
I
still
want you
being
to see me
fake.
laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. And to be honest with you, my sister Deidre Dixon, my daughter Corinne Marie saved my life. So to them, to God, to a lot of great medical people, I'm able to leave you this video.
All
I
right.
cannot tell you how great it feels to
I
have.
gotta tell you, he looks good.
He does.
He looks fine.
He looks like a robot.
He seems like he's like healthy again. He's being
If that's
very
really
vague.
him.
I don't know what was wrong with him because he's not saying that. That's his business. It's not really our business, I guess.
But TMZ was obsessed.
Yeah, and a lot of the other outlets were so much worse. Like that time that they, with no source whatsoever, they're like, sources say they're giving last rites to Jamie Foxx in the hospital.
And then family's like, no.
yeah, the family's
not
like,
at all.
not even close. But just from watching that, it seems like it's fun. And one of the comments I thought did make sense. The fact that you've been able to keep this secret is almost as impressive as the recovery itself. Almost everything leaks. Like all this kind of stuff would leak, and nobody has said, "Hey." Well, actually, I think Mike Tyson accidentally said something and then apologized for it. But he said something about like a stroke or whatever.
Oops.
He says, "I went to hell and back, but there he is, feeling good." Yeah, and he's in that. They cloned Tyrone. His character is fantastic. The plot is funny. It's like basically white people are subduing black people by putting stuff in the fried chicken in the city.
Okay.
It's the actual plot. And he's the only one smart enough to realize that this is going on. And then, so he starts to like go against the whatever the system and go and start fighting and stuff. It's funny.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a serious movie. It's very, very funny and
I was smoking
enjoyable.
before that.
Yeah, I would do that for sure. Meanwhile, we have a looming strike from the Teamsters and the folks over at UPS. Is it going to happen? That's what we're waiting for. There could be a last-minute deal if they don't come up with a contract by the end of this week, believe it or not.
Oh, boy.
Now, from what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but the UPS workers, please set me straight here. I heard that the people who would be striking are actually like the office side of people, so drivers would continue throughout this, and that there's other people who would deliver those packages in the meantime. But UPS workers want to hear it from your perspective and how you're feeling about this and what you think is going to be happening. All the reasons, that stuff. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. And how's this for creepy before we take a break and get to the wrap up of the show? The guy who is that architect, Rex Howerman, he's the one who they believe killed at least 4 people in these Gilgo Beach murders, where I think they were all women. These women were found like in
escorts,
the woods. Yeah, they're all sex workers. And the 59-year-old New York City architect has been arrested and charged with murdering at least 3 women, possibly a 4th, and maybe even more if they expand this. They said, by the way, when they were searching his house, not only did they find that life-size doll that I told you about, they also found in the basement of his house a soundproof room, which is interesting.
Do you think he just murdered 4 people?
What goes in there? If not somebody that maybe he held for a little
His
bit longer.
studio's making an album.
Yeah, is he dropping beats?
Love to
or...
murder.
It says he's got a soundproof room in his basement. What do you think that was for? A lot of people are chiming in about this guy. His wife left him. His wife
Good for her.
Immediately filed for divorce because if you're the wife, you want to make it damn clear.
Okay, wait.
That you had
she
nothing
just
to do with
left
it.
him?
No, she left him as soon as the news came out that
right.
he was,
And prior to that, no idea your husband was a murderer?
You
I
didn't
guess
know
so.
about the soundproof room in your basement.
Look, in her defense, maybe this changes your mind, maybe it does not. In her defense, if you look at the prosecution's case so far, every time that one of these women went missing, one of these sex workers went missing, read into that, every time he killed one of these sex workers, his wife was out of town. He did it every time his wife went on a vacation. When she would be somewhere else, he would go, I'm going to take the opportunity to pounce and get another victim. So to her credit, it doesn't look like she did anything, but she definitely wants to make it clear to the public, like, I'm not backing this guy up.
Hey, honey, what's this red stain here on the button down?
Hey, we've seen stories where people have been accused of this stuff and their significant others stay right by their side through it all, which is not happening in this case. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. 75% of them have hair, which helps explain the attitude of the other 25%. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. The heat is on this afternoon. Forecast highs around 93 degrees through the Orlando metro. Mainly after 2 o'clock is when we'll be seeing a rise in shower and thunderstorm activity. You can expect the chance for heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 70s, and we'll do it all again on your Tuesday. Highs by the middle of the week do remain in the low 90s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Packing for your summer road trip? Leave the travel guide at home and bring the Autio app along for the ride. Autio brings any drive to life with fascinating stories about the places you go, all narrated by expert storytellers. Browse through Autio's more than 10,000 fascinating location-based tales to inspire your travel itinerary and discover unique destinations along the way. Wherever summer takes you, make your next drive an adventure with Autio, the perfect companion for your next road trip. Learn more at autio.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed. and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Every dog has its day, and now it has its own exhibit, too. Orlando Science Center explores the science behind where dogs came from, how they experience the world, and what makes our bond with them so special. In Dogs, A Science Tale, hands-on exhibits will let you see, hear, and smell the world just like dogs do. You'll have a ball sniffing out hidden smells, testing your speed against different breeds, and examining dogs and their role in history and culture. Step into the role of archaeologist and dig deep into the story of our forever friends. Get tickets at osc.org.
You can always count on a classic. It's timeless and tastefully legendary. That's the truth behind the Troppy Chop. Often imitated, too delicious to be duplicated. The sauce just won't taste the same. But to really stand out, you gotta stay fresh and move to the beat of your own bowl. The Troppy Chop, only at Pollo Tropical. A classic that never goes out of style.
Summer's almost here. Time to get swimsuit ready for the pool parties and beach vacations. And for the confidence to look your very best, get RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. RM3 works on your belly, hips, and thighs, attacking unhealthy fat and reshaping your body, all while helping you lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. There's simply no faster way to get swimsuit ready than with RM3. It's safe and effective for men and women, and it's all natural, so it won't make you nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it at Red Mountain Weight Loss. So trust the experts at Red Mountain Weight Loss for programs that are doctor supervised and highly successful. Lose weight and look great just in time for summer with RM3. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. That's pound 250 keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
At Fifth Third Bank, we give you free checking, never have hidden fees, and help protect your identity.
Wow, really?
Yep. See, our name equals 166.7%, so we put in that much effort.
Well, my name's Jim, so I guess I'm headed to the gym, and I'm gonna put in 166.7% effort too.
Aw, I'm proud of you.
No one's ever been proud of me.
This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Prevention is the best protection. Off, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand, SC Johnson.
This earful of real radio is sponsored by Skylight Roofing. Roof with us. SkylightRoofing.com.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I want to wrap everything up for a Monday.
Sipping on over there.
Anonymous just sent in a pretty wild email. I have not heard of this. I was not made aware of this.
Cheers.
But he says, you guys were talking about the Manhattan Project and obviously Oppenheimer in theaters this weekend. Huge weekend for that. Even bigger weekend for the Barbie movie. But Anonymous says about the Manhattan Project. He said, you were just talking about this. Look at this report. I remember this rock well when in school. We rubbed it for good luck. He says, the cancer
Did he just
amount...
send you a picture of his penis?
Nope. No. Oh, wait till you hear this because it's crazier than you think. The cancer amount is just like those who came forward, people like me, blah, blah, blah. He said, I'm getting scanned soon to see if I have cancer. I have the symptoms. Keep my name anonymous if you're talking about this on air. And he links to this story. And the story is about more than 100 people at a school in New Jersey. And these people all got the same type of cancer, all right? And they looked into it, and they said that the campus, where the campus was built, was previously one of the sites that they used for the Manhattan Project.
Oh, okay.
And so
that was not part of the plans before building the school?
I guess not. And so they said in the soil, they think there might have been something left behind. And also this guy was saying, like, there was this big special rock in one of the classrooms, I guess, that they would rub for good luck. And meanwhile,
and just give themselves cancer.
Yeah, they're just rubbing like a cancer rock. And so
Cancer rock.
Like about 100 people at this school got cancer as a result of that, and there's some big lawsuit going on now.
That's wild.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, but thanks for sending the link, and best of luck to you.
Hope you don't have cancer.
Also, if somebody's got a question for Mo, I'll put that to the side so we can ask him when he comes in this week. Let's do some final dispatches here. We have time for, let me see, let me bookmark this for tomorrow. We have time for one or two more. Here we go. Let me refresh for the latest dispatches. And we've got somebody talking about justice for Caden. Who is Caden? I do not know who you're talking about. But
Good afternoon, News Junkies. This is a first-timer. I am calling because I need to get the word out.
Okay, I want to help you get the word out, too, but you're going to have to record a better dispatch. Listen back to it afterwards.
Send an email.
And also, it's a minute and 45 seconds long. Just kind of get to it a little quicker. Or an email is fine, too. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let's go to who we're going to wrap it up with here. I want to give somebody a chance that I haven't seen. Marty
McFly.
Marty's going to do it.
My wife and I have been married almost 20 years, and we still hold hands when we walk down the street.
Cute.
Gross, but
that was it, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Thank you, Marty.
And Marty did his thing. Just very quick. 8 seconds long versus the previous dispatch. 1 minute and 45 seconds long. Radicals on both
Two
sides.
sides of the same coin.
All right, let's do the stories that did make the cut, which is basically an update on that Carly Russell case. They said the reward money is not being returned to donors despite her being found safe, as Crime Stopper says the investigation is still ongoing. This was the woman who called 911 because she said there was a kid on the side of the road. She said for 48 hours she was kidnapped by these people. Very, very similar to the Sherry Papini story. Seems like she wasn't telling the truth and that maybe she did this because of a boyfriend or some other reasons, and then it spun into a massive news story. And the family really is trying to just make this go away at the moment. I don't know how they're going to handle this because the cops in these situations, they could either let it go away or wait until they have enough information and then charge the person for filing a false police report.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, Sherry Papini, when everybody in the public knew that she made up her story of being kidnapped, she wasn't in jail. She wasn't charged with anything. And finally, they got with her ex, and her ex admitted in an interrogation that he was with her the whole time and that they faked the branding on Sherry Papini. And so they'd have to find somebody probably or get Carly Russell to admit that she just made it all up in order to charge her with anything in this case. Just like with Jussie Smollett. When they did this thing with Jussie Smollett, they had to go back and get all kinds of footage from every security camera you could ever think of. They had those two ripped Nigerian guys. And they were like
twins.
Yeah, they were like, Jussie Smollett hired us to do this. And so they have to go back and do all that. And it's quite a bit of work, too.
You got to really want to stick it to it.
Yeah, you have to decide, is this worth it or not worth it? And what are we going to do here? And what's the outcome going to be? All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned for a Monday, July 24th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Oh, yeah.
Reminder,
And thank you, Slick.
Go get your shirts right now. Yes, by the way, thank you, Slick. We love you. We appreciate you.
Josh.
Thanks for holding things down at HQ.
Yes.
And they'll both be with us tomorrow, Josh and Slick. Thank you, Josh.
Lord
as always.
willing, and the creek don't rise.
And thank you to everybody so far who has gone over to getskywall.com to check out the latest design drop. The shirt is up there. It's available in blue and red.
Love this design.
It's called Last Minute Message. I think it's cool too. I think you're going to deal it. Or deal it?
You're gonna
You might deal it up.
Think you're going to enjoy it?
Put some weed in it.
I almost said you think you're going to deal with it. You're going to deal with this. Just go deal with this shit.
You're really sealing that sentence.
I know. I'm going to put this back together in a better way.
I miss him.
You can go to getskywall.com, take a look at the shirt, the magnet, and the sticker that you're going to get. It's a great way to support the show. You only have a limited amount of time to do it, and it's time. Go over to getskywall.com now. Taylor and this band right here.
The Who.
The Who is correct. In 1973, Keith Moon, the drummer for rock band The Who, passed out in the middle of a show. A random guy from the audience named Scott Halpin walked on stage and filled in on the drums to finish out the show.
He just left his passed out body on the stage.
He was just chilling. I guess it was like on heroin or something, or it really was out of it.
A different time.
Classic
Yeah.
Keith.
This was like rock star moment, but Brandy and PCP and a bunch of other things. He was really into drugs at the time. Taylor, Americans have accumulated $21 billion worth of unused gift cards.
Yes.
Almost 2/3 of the people who have a gift card, and half of those will likely lose the gift card before using it. And they made a rule, though, that now if you have a gift card, you can't have like an expiration on it. Because they used to do that.
So.
They used to sell you a gift card for $100, and then in 2 years it expired, and whatever money was left, they just took it.
The company profits.
We're going to take this because we want it. Taylor and this band right here.
Red Hot.
That's right. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anthony Kiedis, or however you say his name. Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers saved a baby's life after it suddenly had some difficulty breathing. This incident happened in the middle of them filming an episode of Carpool Karaoke.
Imagine being rescued by Anthony Kiedis. Hey, brother, that was a close one. Welcome to California.
And then James Corden's right on his tail, and they just hop out of the carpool karaoke.
My wife loves omelets, yeah?
Taylor, Arizona driver's licenses do not need to be renewed until the resident is 65 years old. So you can get your license at 16 or 18 years old, and you could use the same license until you're 65.
I love that. I love that for them.
Good for you keeping that picture.
Yeah, it'll leave you looking nothing like the person on the driver's license. And finally, Taylor and this guy.
That's LL Cool J.
That's right. Ladies love Cool James. Will be the first hip-hop honoree of the Kennedy Center. Well, he is already. When they held their 40th anniversary, the Kennedy Center Honors, he was the first hip-hop honoree to be honored at the Kennedy Center, and his name is now up in the facility. He's done a lot of great things, and now he's fighting with that country lady. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. In West Palm Beach, Rover's up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.
2023 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament presented by JustCallMode.com will be August 19th. Get the details at realradio.fm/poker.
The right lane is blocked due to an accident on State Road 535 heading northbound between Ponciera Boulevard and the Greenway. You can expect delays due to an accident blocking the right lane on CR 46A heading eastbound at I-4. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between Oakland Exchange and Scrub J Lane. You can expect delays on I-4 eastbound between Parr Street and Lee Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by STEM.
Humans can do a lot of amazing things. Fighting bugs? Ew, a bug, get it! Isn't one of them. STEM is powered by active ingredients found in plants to fight off bugs safely and effectively when used as directed. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air.